Well, real quick, on 5 October, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio had a guest from 18th Airborne Corps, Colonel Joe Bacino, and he came on to talk about the Corps Dragon Innovation Program. And it's an initiative open to all soldiers, DA civilians, and family members across the Corps that seeks to kind of uncover and implement new ideas across every aspect of life and service within the Corps. We've already had episode 1, and a soldier went up, pitched his idea, and his idea has been accepted. And now for episode 2, I have been asked to sit as a member of a panel along with 18th Airborne Corps leadership and with Pete Singer, the co-author of the book Burning. I'm pretty excited to be amongst these professionals, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Make sure you pay attention. Make sure you pay attention to all social media on 18th Airborne Corps' Facebook and Twitter. Nah. No way. Dragons aren't real.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker. Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Oh, man. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence on this 5 November. Man, this is Sergeant's Time. U.S. Army WTF Moments, WTF Nation Radio. Damn it, didn't it just feel like we just did a fucking show? Holy shit. I'm your host, Ice, In the gunner seat, I got Spanky.
That's me. Hey, y'all.
Man, dude, holy crap! This is this has been a week. Well, I just want to thank everybody for tuning into the election show on Tuesday night, and it went for 7 hours and 5.5 minutes. That's how long our show went, and it was broken up into 2 parts. And I'm telling you what, that was a fun show because we drank, shot the shit, made jokes about elected officials, laughed, drank, shot the shit. It's just like it was a good time. The last time we did an election show, we were I don't know, it was like 6.5 hours, 6 hours and 35 minutes, or 6 hours 35 minutes. And what ended up happening is that we had an elected president. We had somebody who was the president. Right now, in the year of our dumpster fire 2020, we've not gotten shit. I don't even
wait for president. I just fuck them all.
I don't even know. I stopped paying attention to all this shit, and I just like, I'm not really gonna pay attention to social media today. It's trash. Everyone's got some drama going on, and I'm gonna tell you what. This is one of those things to where it's whatever. I am not gonna sweat it. It's not even gonna be a big deal. We'll see what happens because there's so much intrigue and there's so much election drama. But hey, we're here to talk about Sergeant's Time. We're here to talk about armying stuff. What an event! We have some pretty crazy stuff happening in the last 24, 48 hours within the military. I mean, straight up, we haven't had any. It was kind of quiet. Army stuff was kind of like slow. There was nothing.
It's the beginning of the fiscal year.
Right.
Everybody's just like, oh, what do we do?
Right. There was no. There was no drama. There was no. It was just peace and quiet, and it was just like, I don't know. It just seemed like, okay, this is okay. I mean, we expected the election to have some stuff like that, but then suddenly, out of the blue, yesterday, the Secretary of Defense posted something that well, actually wasn't posted. It was I don't know. We took it. We had found some information, and that information is that the SecDef posted out a memorandum stating that you can. I just can't believe this has to be put in a memorandum, but dealing with the way the units are lately, I'm not surprised. The Secretary of Defense, and I'll throw it up here. The Secretary of Defense posted a policy that effective immediately physical fitness attire is authorized for wear by patrons in the commissary and military exchanges and their annexes and all DoD installations, provided their attire is clean, serviceable, and in good condition, and appropriately modest. We like some secret shit going on that we just like snuck out. It just really came out because. I mean, I don't know. Is the SecDef like? Is he like trolling the army? Is there something going on that we don't know? That he's just saying, "Man, fuck this, fuck your lethality."
His wife must have got turned away from like the commissary in her yoga pants, like when she stops after the gym, like I do, and she was probably pissed off. That's got to be what happened. It must have been her.
Well, see, physical fitness attire. Now, of course, the immediately from the Sergeant Major Network, I immediately got jumped, because everybody thinks that I had something to do with it. Every time something like this happens, they think that somebody has something to do with it from the WTF Nation. They were like, was it Spanky's idea? I'm like, what are you talking about? This memorandum. I'm like, what fucking memorandum? What memorandum are you talking about? And immediately all these sergeant majors from the Behoovosphere came out, command sergeant majors came out of the Behoovosphere and immediately started saying, commander still has discretion. That's right, commander discretion. And really started to put into this whole freaking word of their own. Started putting their own dialogue in this shit. I'll be honest with you. It says specifically, you're authorized to wear physical. Now it says physical fitness attire. The Army, I guarantee it. I'm gonna call it right now. The Army's gonna say there's gonna be someone that's gonna say in the Army, no, No, he didn't say anything about PT uniforms. They just said physical fitness attire. Uniforms had nothing to do with it. No. They had, I don't know what you're talking about. I guarantee it.
I'm sure that's what that they're gonna try to get around it.
There's gonna be you cannot take it away, and you cannot add to blah blah blah. And I guarantee it, there will be some individuals that will throw this out. There have already been. I'm waiting for the word. If we can post it on Screenshot Madness, there has already been some caveating in the boo-hooving on the boo-hoovosphere that has already been thrown out there. They have already had individuals saying, "I don't care what the SecDef says. We know who you are, CSM." I think the main page is gonna sneak off a hey dude, you better watch it because you better be careful because this is you shit talking to SecDef.
Right? It doesn't say commander's discretion. It does not. It's that part about the need to maintain good order and discipline gives the discretion to the Secretary of the Army for you Army people, or whatever. Because it's
you're a service secretary, yeah. But
so the service secretary. So that's the Secretary of the Army. He's the one that gets to make the decision, not you, Sergeant Major, not you, Post Sergeant Major, not you, First Sergeant, not you, Commander.
Oh, I love this. This is awesome.
Not you.
Secretary
of the Army.
I have not seen so many almost symptoms. Oh, did you have COVID, bro, or did you just read the SecDef memo? That's the new that's the new thing because I love. I'll be honest with you. Something when people say there's just some people, this men that just want to see the world burn. This right here is my touch of that. I want to see this. I want them to stress gray hair, losing hair, freaking out, rising of blood pressure, ultimate, and dipping. I want them to stress this out because the days of the old school shit just needs to fucking go away because of all the old school leadership that everyone talks about. Nobody at all is acting old school when it comes to their methods of leadership. I'm serious. So I'll be honest with you. Dumpster fire of excellence, exactly. But again, Command Sergeant Majors. Hey man, just if you want to do that, we got Screenshot Madness. Let me see if I can. Let me just ask one more time on the main page. I was like, can we put this up? And and then I'm just gonna, or I just might. As a matter of fact, let me hit up the WTF SGM. We don't have a CSM. We have an SGM. And he knows all. He's a good dude. Known him for a while. And I don't want to drop his class information down because CSMs are like, what class is he in? But exactly that. There are some CSMs that are behooving already, and this is awesome. This is, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this one. It says, and this is, let me just read this. I'm sure the screenshot will come out. I can read a screenshot, right? I'm not really showing and saying anything if I can just read it, right? Right.
You can do what you want.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Signed Spanky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, signed Spanky. This is from our first sergeant. This is from our first sergeant. It says, and it's straight up in this text message. And it says, from CSM, there is a memo out. You can already tell that there's somebody that has disdain by the mere action of this, by the mere wording of it. So there's a memo. I'm gonna read this. I should read this like all snobbish, huh? I should be like, from the CSM. So actually, so there's a memo out from the DoD that says PTs are allowed in the PX commissary and annexes. It also says commanders have the authority to change for their command.
No, it does.
It does not. Right. PTs are still not allowed in PX and commissary. Tell you peeps not to do it. Or so and so will make an example of them. Roger to all. Now, I just saw so and so at the PX and PTs. He says he wants to write a 2,000 word essay. This is awesome. This is awesome. Yeah. This is so fucking awesome. They want to the boot the ass kissing it. I'm sorry. I'm digging this, man. This is awesome. I cannot wait to have this discussion with other. I mean, I should do it. Can I? Hang on. No, not yet. Okay, all right. I just got no. I guess the SGM. They want to give it, but I just read it. So do when CSMs, senior enlisted advisors. I think they hate. I mean, I was listening. We had a daily rewind, and one of my old shows, me shit talking to CSM, was on there, and I was like, damn, I was pissed off as a first sergeant. I was pretty pissed off I was pretty pissed off at I was mad at Army CSMs. I'm just like, man, I should just like fucking, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Do you just go back to bashing on CSMs again? I mean, I have.
I mean, we're allowed.
Well, we got some good. I got good friends. I got good friends that are CSMs. I mean, I pretty much know all of them.
We
But
still need to be bashed a little.
No, there are some clowning. Oh no, they'll be clowned. They have clown. There are some circles there. So they've already had some individuals complaining and crying about, it's not really guidance is whatever. It's PT tired. There's already. It's funny. There's already individuals just like I shouldn't just say CSMs too. I should say commanders too. There's probably commanders that there's probably commanders that don't give a shit. It's usually the CSMs that get wrapped around the axle. Here we go back to the CSMs.
I mean, every CSM has their own thing that they have to get upset about, and
right.
A lot of them, this is their one.
Right. That's
some it's this, some it's
Right. That's their own
thing.
That's right. That's why. Yeah, exactly. That's their own peeve, I guess you would say. But always goes back to CSM being upset. It's funny because I didn't know CSMs were qualified in epidemiology, the ACFT, functional fitness, and COVID and CDC protocols, and now they're lawyers. And see, that's the power that they have. That I guess I must have missed it in class or something like that, or I must have been shamming when they gave that block of instruction of how to SERP the frickin' SecDef when it comes to a memorandum that says it's okay to do something. Didn't he say something else? I was like, didn't he say like something? Didn't the SecDef say? Wait a minute. Has the SecDef lately been just dropping a lot of truth bombs and anti-behoovousness?
He has. I was searching because I know there was a picture, and it was a soldier's wife that got dress coded, and I'm pretty sure it was in Hawaii because they have the Curtis Patrol at the commissary and all that. This is a long time ago, and she wasn't allowed in because she was wearing yoga pants. So she went home and changed into her wedding dress and went to the commissary dressed in her wedding dress. And I'm like, I'm looking for that picture because
Oh, I know. Yeah, we can find that. Just clown on that. No, because I'm serious.
I can't find it.
And I look, I've almost thrown hands with some fellow SGMs and CSMs on what is it that what gives you the ass when someone comes off and they have their hair done a certain way, and immediately the first thing that a CSM will say is, "It's faddish." Yeah, but I mean.
They need to take that word out of the reg.
Right. What's considered faddish? Right.
I don't know.
So
I don't like.
I've seen some
faddish today.
Exactly. I've seen some CSMs out there in civilian clothes, and if they consider what they're wearing in civilian clothes faddish, if they consider, bruh.
That was like faddish 25 years ago.
What's funny is that what they consider fat,
your polo shirt and
right?
Shorts.
That shit's faddish. That shit's faddish. Meanwhile, you got truck nuts hanging from your fucking trailer hitch on your POV. You get it's faddish. No, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
They really do just need to remove that word.
What's that? Hang on, because regular clothing is going to be a sharp case. I'll be honest with you, Brendan. That you mentioned that shit. I'd rather have somebody who is in workout clothes, who's a little bit overweight, trying to get at it and trying to lose weight, and that's their thing. I mean, I get it. Than somebody who's not. Yeah, comb overs are faddish too. Exactly. No, but serious. Go back to what I was saying. Is that some workout clothes are made to work out? I mean, what did you expect? Workout clothes made today are not made. You're not wearing baggy clothes. I don't expect anybody to be wearing jeans or something like that when they're wearing their clothes. So if they're like you said, like Spanky said. Because I know me and you, Spanky, when we talk about when you were working out at one time, you're like, I gotta go change because they won't let me do this, blah blah blah. Some of the clothes that you were wearing, you would not be considered faddish if you were, you're going to work out. You just came from working out. It's not like you were, going through the mud or something like that. So I kind of, I always don't like it when people talk shit about somebody who, you're looking at, you're looking, oh, look at that fat ass right there. Yeah, I don't like that because I'll be honest with you, I respect somebody in workout clothes that's trying to work out, that's overweight or obese or whatever, than somebody who's sitting on on the fucking couch talking shit about fitness and not doing a damn thing for themselves.
Exactly.
So I would rather, when I see somebody, and I some of the Joes that I would, whatever we run by or someone, I got some Joes that were giggle and laugh. I knock that shit off, man. I'd rather see somebody out there who's overweight and trying to work at it, and then you know what I mean. That to me, that's the whole thing. What issues the hair policy for us black males? Well, go ahead, Kyle. Tell us what it is, man. Drop it in the chats and tell me what's up. Because I'll be honest with you that I don't even know what the male policy goes. I think CSM. There should be there's a CSM standard. There's you do not qualify. Yeah, exactly. Fashion experts, exactly. They think they're doctors. They think they're functional fitness specialists. They think they're freaking biologists. They think they're freaking what else? Physical therapists, and they think they're fashion experts on what they consider what true fashion is.
And they, according to this memo, they think they're the Secretary of the Army. Because
Right.
They think they can add to this.
Right, exactly. They can add to it. When a CSM has no authority at all. They have general military authority, but they don't command shit.
No.
Yeah.
Should really change that command sergeant major to something else.
Right.
Non-command sergeant major.
Right. Clean workout clothes are kind of weird. Workout clothes mean to work out. Exactly, John. But I think what they're talking about is somebody who's, I have, when I work out and I use clean workout clothes, normally when I'm finished with my workout, I'm not freaking, yeah, don't forget dietitian too. That's right. While they're sitting there with a fat lip of fucking dip and drinking nothing but monsters and weigh about fucking $105, being 6 foot tall. And then telling somebody who works out, you're out of shape. It's hilarious. But no, it's you have somebody that works out. I mean, like I said, when I work out, I have clean clothes, and I should just do that. I'm gonna go.
It's not like I went on a mud run or something. It's like I want to stop at the shopette.
Thank you. That's important too, because what if you got to get gas, or what if you have to get something like that, and you got to run inside. Yeah, dude, make beards things, man. Oh, by the way, it's November, so make sure it's No Shave November. If you guys don't know what that means for dudes, is that you don't get a haircut or don't whatever unless you have a medical condition where it requires you to get a haircut. But you grow your shit out, and then you can the money that you were going to spend to get a haircut, or money that you use to spend on razors, then you use that money to donate to cancer awareness, awareness for testicular cancer, breast cancer, and all that. So that's what the No Shade November. I think I started doing it, and I'm already, I got fucking somebody looked at me and they're like, damn, dude, you got you've been doing this for 2 weeks. You got a head start. I'm like, no, I've only been doing it since Friday, since Saturday. Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. But anyways, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna put my hands in my pocket. Exactly. Put my hands in my pocket. Whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. I did serve with a CSM. It was freaking cold as shit outside. I think it was 12 or something like that. 12 degrees or 10 degrees or something like that. And there was a little bit of a breeze going. And it was freaking cold. And the CSM walked out and goes, hey, what are y'all looking at? And then everyone's looking around oh shit, what happened? And he's like, put your hands in your fucking pockets. It's fucking cold. And everybody was like, oh, it was I don't know. It's like they all released from going to the bathroom. Oh.
Or let's say, how many jackets do we own with hoods on them that you're never allowed to use? Oh, this rain is falling on my head.
Right.
I know I can't use an umbrella.
Right.
But all these fucking hoods I have, and I God forbid I want to put one on my damn head. Can't use that. No.
Exactly.
It'd be so nice. Just put this hood over my head and not get my hair soaked. No, can't use that.
Right. I you can't excited. No, I'm sorry. Even though your ears are falling off, they're bright red, and
Right.
you got chilblain on your freaking face, but you can't have a hood. You can't have that hood up.
Oh no. No, you can't wear that little beanie hat either.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Nice. I mean, to me, anything under 50 degrees is freezing, and I want to wear that, but no, can't do that.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Oh,
no,
absolutely not.
No, you can't do that. Exactly. That's unauthorized. Okay, I got the guy note the main pages, so it's going to release that later. So once that happens, I'll put that out for Screenshot Madness in another time, and then that's still fucking hilarious. That is still a fucking crack up. All right. At any rate, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so this memorandum came out again. It just I don't know, it's a sec def surprise. I don't know why he just did it, and I don't know why he just said screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop dimes on you and say screw it.
I know. I want to know what happened. What prompted this?
Yeah, I think he's.
Because this has been a thing forever, ever.
I think he's just saying fuck it. I think he's just like, fuck this. There's a rumor out, and of course the secretary, the press secretary for the SecDef said that apparently he's drafting a resignation letter, which is not true. So that's still kind of a rumor. We don't know what the hell's going on with that. I don't know why everyone's talking crap. We'll just go ahead and.
Let me address this comment.
What's that?
John said, God, would the Army make PTs with hoodies? Let me tell you, back in the day.
Yes, exactly.
We used to have those, and I miss those PTs. They were so warm.
They were the best
snuggly.
one. Right, they were the best fucking grades. That's right.
Yes, those gray ones before, like 2 PTs ago.
Yeah,
two PT uniforms ago.
Exactly. What's up, Carl? Exactly. When I first came in, Chilblain was even invented. Exactly. I think he's got a case of the fuckets. I mean, I think he's just like, he's tired of hearing all the BS from the military leadership, and now he's just doing shit. Remember, he did the killing the lethality memos when he was the Secretary of the Army. He was the Secretary of the Army. He said, "Screw your shit. Screw your online awareness training. We're just gonna go ahead and do that, and then screw it." Damn right they were. But yeah, exactly. They were whitish grayish looking. They were, and they were quite comfortable. And then we had the ones that were made by Nike that looked like they were made by polyester plastic bag synthetic. You hear somebody walking up to.
Yeah, I didn't like those.
Yeah, exactly. But
you got thick thighs. It's just like everybody can hear you coming.
Exactly. So at any rate, so yeah, that was just kind of funny. I'm pretty sure what's going to come through the pipe later. Well, who knows? We still don't even know who the fuck the president's going to be. So,
our new boss is going to be.
Yeah, his new boss is going to be. So all I know is that whoever's elected again, it is going to be fucking meme central. I know if Biden wins, I just like everyone who was shit talking Trump, I expect the same shit talking to Biden. Everyone who was talking shit about D. Treasy, I want the same shit. I want to see the same vitriol and the same freaking meme fire. Hell, I might even participate in such as well. I mean, who knows? I think we've been pretty neutral about it. But yeah, exactly. Matt, banning reflective belts, other than the time for the periods of darkness, that was it. They were banned. You had Sergeant Majors again serping that shit. But anyway, so today we're going to have a guest. She's gonna come on and she has a resume that she I'm like, wow. She works on the Hill. I have had experience working with her on some of the things that I have worked with the main page and with any initiatives. I kind of like to do that lobbying stuff. Any questions that I had when it comes to constitutional shit and shit like that. She's gonna come on. Amy Sanchez. She actually has been, I don't know, pretty busy in the mix when it comes to, I don't know, she's a director for federal relations, and she's got an expertise in small business operations, and she helps her clients go navigate complex federal acquisition and innovation programs across the federal government. She has mad knowledge on the defense industrial base and small business development programs. So she before she works where she's at. She served as a senior policy advisor and worked for the Secretary of Defense's Office of Industrial Policy. Bro, she's got a resume. She's also worked on the staff. She advised senators and staff under Senators Mary Landrieu, Maria Cantel, Ben Cardin, and Gene Sheehan. This is a short notice guest because she's also been working with us, U.S. Army WTF Moments, myself specifically, on the status of Alwyn Cashe's upgrade to Medal of Honor from Silver Star. All that legislative stuff, nitnoid stuff through Congress, why this didn't happen, why that didn't happen. She's gonna give a pretty good extensive detailed of what happened when the moment we thought something was gonna happen and then something didn't. But anyway, so she's gonna be on the top at the top of the hour. Today also is the did you want to say Spanky, or did you want to talk about that? I remember we were talking about the anniversary.
Oh, November 5th. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's been 11 years now.
Yeah. So today is the anniversary of the Fort Hood Massacre. It happened today. It was 11 years ago.
2009.
2009.
I can't math.
Yeah. That was when an individual, what was his name? Dao Hassan, shot up the installation, shot up all that. So I want you guys to understand that, through all the shit that's been going on, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. I think you're right. It was 11 years ago because we talked about it last year, and it was the 10-year anniversary.
Right. Because I had to think because the girl was in kindergarten.
Right.
I'm trying to do the math in my head.
Yeah. I remember us talking about that. So, So he was Nidal Hassan was an army psychologist or something like that. And he entered the Readiness Processing Center on post and opened fire. And just shot everybody. Just shot everybody up. He was ultimately convicted during a court-martial, 13 counts of premeditated murder and 32 counts of attempted murder. And then he's one of 4 death row inmates in military justice awaiting execution at the disciplinary barracks at Fort Leavenworth. Hassan's shooting spree sparked conversation about the difference between attacks sponsored by the terrorist organization and are simply inspired by groups. So I think it was last year, Mike Pence spoke to the troops about it and then visited the memorial. And I think that's what it was because we covered that story because we had it up there. I remember they just had it. So it was pretty crazy. I think they were awarded now. The victims were awarded Purple Hearts.
Yes, I know they had to. They had to pass some kind of legislation because I don't care who says what. Hassan's a fucking terrorist.
Right.
And if you were in this community at that time, you would know that. You didn't have to be there. The whole community was fucking terrorized.
Right.
All of our kids were. Everybody. It's like because you had no fucking clue what was going on.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. They were awarded Purple Hearts. I remember we were talking about this stuff and we were pissed off and we kind of went on our tire. Ironically, we're talking about Alwyn Cashe's upgrade, so this is the same thing. Congress got involved. Legislator added an amendment to it was a 2015 defense spending bill that extended the Purple Heart eligibility to attacks in which an individual was in communication with foreign terrorist organizations before their attack and was inspired or motivated by a terror group. He was always in communication with a Yemeni American Imam Anwar al-Awlaki, and was prior to the carrying the attack. And he never gave him instructions, but he was communicating with him and all that. Of course, we all know that al-Awlaki was ultimately killed by a drone strike, and that was like a year later, I think.
Right. You can't drone strike Fort Leavenworth.
You can. Right. So just guys, I just want you to know today, was a somber anniversary. And again, on another note, that'll also discuss the situation of how Congress was involved to change this award. All the videos that you've seen and all the reports that you've seen or social media about how the what the events what happened with Alwyn Cashe, the anniversary of his passing is coming up too.
It is. It is very just in a day or two, right?
Yeah,
I know.
Correct.
The anniversary of the incident
has passed already. Yeah,
it just passed.
Right.
And, he survived for a little while in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oh, it's. We won't get into that because I know the guest will have.
The guest was exactly. So he ultimately passed in November 8th in 2005.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get, like I said, we're gonna get the weeds of all this stuff. There's gonna be some questions I'm gonna have. There's gonna be some whys and stuff like that. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. She's gonna, she'd be more happy to answer. And again, it's.
Yes, I'll be monitoring all those or monitoring all the questions in the chat and make sure I see them. So that's so if they're going too fast, I will be copying them.
Yeah. That was the.
Yeah, it was crazy on
crazy.
November 9th here. If I don't know, if anybody, I did see one or two comments about people that were here. I was already signed out on PCS leave, Like it happened November 5th. I was flying out November 9th to go to Korea. So I had already signed out of my unit and everything. And I'm like, why is my first sergeant calling me? I'm not answering my phone. Like,
Right.
I didn't know what was going on yet. But he called like back to back to back, like 5 times. And he finally texted me. He's like, I need you to answer me. It's an emergency. So I did. And then he said, I had to get 100% accountability. I heard you. Where are you, on or off post? I said, I'm off post. He's like, okay, bye. And then my buddy, who had also just signed out on terminal leave, he called me. He's like, why is first sergeant calling me? I said, just answer him. I don't know. And then I called my ex-husband because he lived here in town too. Said, I don't know what's going on. Go get the girl. And he didn't ask no questions. He left, went and got her. And he got her out of school before they locked the schools down because he lived like, 2 blocks from her elementary school.
Right.
And yeah, and I was stuck off post till I don't remember what time that night. I couldn't get back because my hotel was on post. I'd already moved out my house and everything. And all the kids were locked down in school till sometime late that night. I don't remember. It was late. I just sat on my friend's back porch and just waited. It was crazy. But they, like I said, one day his sentence will get carried out and he can go find his however many virgins he thinks he's going to get. But Prince is already up there and he took care of all those guys. All those.
No, you're right. Yeah, exactly, Carl. It's a shame he's not on Gen Pop. Well, he's paralyzed, so he wouldn't feel anything.
Right?
I think the disciplinary barracks, though. I mean, I visited them, and they're pretty rigid there. I don't think they're gonna be able to mess around. I mean, now, if he was at the normal Leavenworth pen, then that'd be different. He'd probably be fucked up pretty bad. I mean, it's not like
I don't know. In my mind, I think he's probably worse off just being stuck there and being paralyzed and just stuck with his thoughts than he is even being executed. I think that's more of a punishment for him to just be there and not even getting his, like, I don't know, getting killed out of it, or
right,
being a martyr, however he probably believes. Like, being stuck there in a wheelchair is probably a worse punishment for him, the way I look at it.
That's right, Jared. The virgins are all 35-year-old neckbeards playing Dungeons and Dragons. You're right, man. Fucking A, dude.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it's a somber.
They'll be the ones waiting on him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're not 72 virgins or 72 Virginians. Like
West Virginia.
Wait. How are they? You know what? Speaking of which, how did they vote?
Shit, I don't know.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'll ask. Okay. Somebody say, hey, how was the election going, anyways? Well, let me see. I didn't expect to talk about the election results at all because,
Spanky don't like that.
we really had no plan on it right now.
Okay.
So, but 264 is what the AP is saying, and then 214 and D. Treasy's saying, and still undecided is did Nevada not come out of the woodwork yet, and Pennsylvania and North Carolina and Georgia. So they're still hanging out. They're still calling, whatever. It's, I don't know. I'll just make a comment here about the election. I think it's fucking funny when D. Treasy got elected, everyone was talking about interference and a corrupt election, and it's it's Russians and it's everybody, and it's Ukraine, and everyone started dropping dimes on that. But then now that Biden's winning, oh no, this has been the most cleanest election ever. This is nothing to see here. This has been great. It's like fucking, oh my god. I just think it's fucking hilarious that the hypocrisy in all this is just fucking insane. But yeah, so that's
even last time I was like, what is Russia and the Ukraine? Why do they care?
But they're just probably they wouldn't care at all. I mean, it's just funny how
they just fucking with us.
Right. And they're just like, what the hell? Did you just hear that? They just said they were involved. Could you believe that they said we're involved? However, a Russian laughs. But
the whole world just looking at us and laughing. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
You don't believe this. What's the?
Because I know I
man.
would be. I mean, I am, and I'm here.
Right. I'm yeah. Hey, look, whatever happens though, guys, just kind of see what happens. Don't fucking sweat it. Don't get the ass. Don't have drama. And I've already seen people on Facebook just be so divisive on everything, and it's unreal. But come on, man, if all of a sudden you think, and then just if you're not seeing that, holy shit, they're fucking, I don't know. We were there. I will say this: we were there, as in we were broadcasting, watching real time results, and then everything just fucking stopped. Everything. Not only did everything just fucking stop, but it stopped, and then no movement happened, and then everyone was like wondering what's going on, and it was almost like everyone had S1 hours. They were like, "Yeah, we're not gonna we're done. We're not gonna do this." Like, wait, are you serious? Are you really not gonna count that vote? You're really not gonna have this fucking? You're really not gonna be there? Are you just walking out of here? Where are you going? I have to do training. I got. Was it S1? You were an S1 NCIC. What do you always say? Wait, that's a good question. What did you guys do when you said you were training? Were you really training? What would you tell me? What did you guys? I'm not gonna bust on S1s, but I'm gonna just.
I mean, usually we were catching up on work, to be honest.
So there's no specific training you guys did or anything like that.
No, usually we were honestly catching up on like transactions and sending stuff up to DA, and we were usually catching up on work.
Okay, so it's really just work. It was just work catch up and all that stuff.
Yeah, like without interruptions, it was a lot easier to get everything done.
No, I remember you telling.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah, I remember you telling about that. How you had you had some moments where you just shut the door and said you were training because just fuckers just wouldn't shut the fuck up or leave you alone.
Yeah, and if we had like that time, everything would get done, especially because you have deadlines, like for promotion month cutoffs, and there's cutoffs at each, for different things, for NCOER cutoffs for them to get posted for that month. There's cutoffs for everything, and when we were training, we were making sure everything we had in the shop was posted by that cutoff. So that's what we were doing.
Yeah. I'm just okay. You guys were quote unquote training.
That's what we were doing in my job. I can't speak for every S1.
Training, exactly. Sure, you were training. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm just curious because it just all of a sudden. So at any rate, so we had the show and that was going on, and then it stopped. It literally all the counting stopped, and then we were kind of like. We had the WTF Nation election headquarters going back and forth and going through different, specific sources. We went through different channels. We went through different organizations. Hell, we even pulled up AP, CNN, Fox News. I mean, we were going through a bunch of it, and the numbers were just going crazy, wonky. And then all of a sudden now, it stopped. Now they're talking about stop counting, and I'm thinking, well, that's kind of like the reason why you have when you mail something off. You kind of mail something off and it's got to get there, then you got to count it. So why would you not count it as long as it's postmarked? That's always been the thing with absentee ballots, is that if you send it off and it's postmarked before the election day, then guess what? Then that means you're good to go.
Right. Yeah,
exactly. The AP map was a fucking joke. Hell, all the maps right now are a fucking joke because now everyone's claiming whatever. And then we're I gotta be careful because last time I laughed and said some shit on Facebook, and fucking Facebook fucking killed our show. They killed our stream on Facebook Live when I mentioned some stuff about misinformation and disinformation on elections. I'm just gonna say right now, man, that not finished counting and then all of a sudden finding new votes. That if you don't think that's suspicious, man, I don't know. That's suspicious. Exactly, Heath, man. Bro, man. Not lying, bro. I literally, my lips were. I didn't close up shop until 5. The sun came. The kid woke me up. Hey.
Oh.
Actually,
breakfast.
The kid didn't wake me up. He just walked in and he's like, "Huh? What are you still doing on the mic?" Yeah.
Well, I was sick. I'm still I don't know if you can hear. I'm trying to hide my sniffles. I don't have the Rona or anything. But yeah, and I tried to stay up at least for a little bit. I couldn't. Cold medicine knocked me out. I woke up in the morning. I'm like, oh, let me see. Okay, I have no idea who's going to be my next, president. And let me check. Where's weed legal now? Okay, yay.
Yeah, we did the weed checks, and then we talked about the weeds. We did talk about that. We talked about, really that was the big issue. Everyone was saying that you were when they were getting up to go to work that I was still on. They thought I was like a rebroadcast or something. They thought, and it was still the same. It was still the same airing.
It's still you.
It was still me. But it was funny as shit. It was like I said, it was a fun show again. But I don't know. The last time WTF Nation did an election show, somebody was a president. Again, I expect fully and support all memes when he's elected. Or more memes. This has to happen. Because again, if we said this before, if people are shit talking and all this other stuff, and now all of a sudden people want to bring unity, and no. Your unity went out the door, son. Your unity is kind of done. I think you're running out of unity. I don't know. Is that going to get me kicked off Facebook Live? Because that's kind of like Kanye West actually did get some votes that he had to concede. He's like, I'm out. He did get some votes. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah.
We did talk about it because Kanye got some votes.
And he took his loss, and he gave his speech or something, right?
He had a consensus speech. You know, and I was like, damn, dude. The election was. I mean, Kanye West was on independent, and he was the bottom of because there was Biden, Trump, Joe Jorgensen, Howie Hawkins. This was what state was this? Was Vermont, and he had 1,200 fucking votes.
He was not on my ballot.
He wasn't on your ballot? Yeah, that's wrong, dude.
He was not on my ballot.
Right. Everyone's kind of like going, wait a minute, we think he got 60,000 votes is what he got. Hang on, let me verify. Yes, he did. He got 60,000. Kanye West got 60,000 votes. I think that's awesome. Everyone, see, that's another thing, too. I'm tired of this snooty ass, you should vote for a specific person because you're not... You can vote for whoever you want. That's the way democracy works. You should be able to vote whoever the fuck you want, and that's it. There was a lot of snootiness against Kanye West. I was just kind of like, wow, dude, that's kind of fucked up. You guys, not letting them vote or not letting them run at least. Let them all run. Fuck it. But we even said there should have been. I mean, we had our own. Didn't we come? I gotta re-listen because we were pretty inebriated that night. we had some. Everyone was like, "Oh, those are great ideas," and I even had people like, "Yeah, great show, great. Oh yeah, you guys, all these initiatives when it comes to voting were great." I'm thinking, I don't remember a fucking thing.
I haven't even listened to the whole show yet.
Yeah,
some of it, but that's a long. Yeah, like that's a road trip show.
That is, yeah, that's a road trip show and all that stuff. And then remember where you stopped, so that way you can. Yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Yeah, so he got. That's crazy. He got 60,000 votes. 60,000 votes, and again, that whole mentality of it's so ridiculous seeing all these votes for Kanye. It's so. I'm thinking, why? Why shouldn't anybody not vote? I mean, it shouldn't be how much money you have or whatever, who you are. If you want to run for office, just the fact that he got 60,000 votes should be scaring the shit out of some people. Because after this shit, if Biden gets elected, and after all the drama that's happening, oh boy, oh man. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Yeah, exactly. I just wait for Senator D's nuts and Ligma. Exactly. Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah, what if Kanye won the election, but the Illuminati changed him to all... yeah, what if those votes were all for Kanye and nobody wants to admit it? Yeah,
who knows? Nothing would surprise me.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like everybody always says the same thing. Oh, you're voting third party. You're voting for... That's a vote for Trump. Or you're voting for third party. That's a vote for Biden. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
A vote for, Joe Jorgensen.
You're throwing away your vote is for. You're throwing away your vote. You're throwing away your vote.
Yeah. I'm like, no. Vote who I want to.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. So that way Amy can get on here and get her in brief on what we're doing and all this other shit. Looking forward to talking to her and so get ready to get all your legislative lawyering lobbying needs about ready to happen. So it's gonna be crazy. So everyone go refill your glasses, go take a leak, go take a smoke break, or if you just want to smoke in front of me, I don't care. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Left it all behind. sirens are going off. Another rocket attack. I've got my boots and got my ammo in my 50-pound sack. Boys headed to war in this world unknown. The only peace of mind I've got are these letters from home. Another day attack. I've tried to talk and tell you about it, but it ain't the same. All these thoughts that run through my head, well, they can't be tamed. Another day has come and gone. Another night I'm all alone. I didn't think I'd be this far out here in Kandahar. Another day has come and gone. Another night I'm all alone. I didn't think I'd be this far out here. We ain't far from Kandahar.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Man. Ooh, yeah. Part 2 of Sergeant's Time, broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence again. And of course, my guest is the lovely Amy Sanchez. How you doing, Amy?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Wow, you sounded so official. You weren't talking like that before when we were shooting the shit. God, okay. How you doing? Miss Sanchez, how are you? Welcome to WTF. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I'm still wearing the panda onesie. I just sound official. I don't look official.
Oh, okay.
All.
So you're wearing a panda onesie. All right, cool. It's okay. I'm wearing a t-shirt and Ranger panties. So there we go. And welcome to the show. We appreciate you coming on. I know there were some individuals that were asking me how legislative stuff works and all that. So give us a little bit of background about yourself.
Sure, I'm happy to. So I am Director of Federal Relations at Strategies 360. We are a one-stop marketing, communications, public relations, government relations, and creative services firm. In my role, I really work directly with communicating with members of Congress and their staff on issues affecting my clients. For me, my portfolio is focused primarily on government contracting, government acquisition, this, really focused on small business and those in the defense innovation space. So, a small business that's doing kind of traditional, contracting. I want to, sell a service to DoD. How do I do that? To those who have been doing it for frankly, a very, very long time. And those who are working, in the small business innovation space, small business innovation research program, those who have a kind of cool new technology and they're trying to figure out how to sell it to the government, particularly the DoD. So it's a lot of really just kind of educating small businesses on how DoD works, on how kind of getting them indoctrinated into the language.
Right.
It really is like learning a different language when you deal with acquisition and when you deal with anything in the DoD. It's all acronyms. And then for Congress, it's a lot of the same. It's basically having to explain how the process actually works, beyond just the theoretical, when you kind of put it into law, and kind of what those, the practical applications, if there are problems for those on the private sector side who are trying to do business with the government and, Congress doesn't know what those problems are, it can be incredibly problematic for everyone, for the government as well. So just explaining to Congress how things are maybe working or not working so well, legislative as well as kind of administrative fixes to those problems, and, works on behalf of our clients and works on behalf of, American taxpayers.
Now, it's you and I have worked together side by side, but not knowing we were working side by side a few years back. And was that the same kind of work you were doing to explain to do that crossover, that I guess you would say that translation back in the day when me and you were working together?
Probably. I mean, I've been doing this for I started in the Senate, so I worked in the Senate for about 8 years. I did a small stint at Amazon for like 11 months, and then quickly came back to DC, where I was a contractor working as a senior policy advisor in OSD, in the Office of Industrial Policy, Office of Small Business Programs, working directly, kind of with, the folks, the government folks, the officials, on, kind of what is this policy, how will it affect small business, communicating with small businesses about, how they can do business with us. At that time, it was, we were the DoD, and so very, very possibly, I mean, I've been doing this for a very long time. So it seems like forever.
Right. Well, no, it seemed like, it's that some of these policies and stuff, it's really hard. It's really hard to translate. And you just said you literally just said office of this and office of that and office of that and office of that. Is it really that complex when it comes to working with innovation and tech within the U.S. government to have so many, I guess you would say, so many offices to do it? Is it necessary?
Yes. In some ways it is, because, every component, every program kind of has their own focus, right? And, we talk about concepts like 5G, which really could be anything, right? We talk about things like AI, artificial intelligence, like that could be anything. We talk about these things in these broad concepts, but when, where rubber hits the road, we need to focus on kind of the exact application of these,
Right.
particular technologies. And that's really done at the component level. So you do have to have some sort of, differentiation in who's doing what to really make it, to maximize your efficiencies, if you will. That said, I think there are probably way too many, it's hard to do business with the federal government, not because there's no on-ramps, but because there's just too many, and you don't know where to go based on what technology or what solution you're providing. And so I think the DoD is doing a lot better in terms of kind of streamlining those on-ramps and those entry points into the defense marketplace. But, we still have a long way to go. And I don't know that, we're ever really going to get to this, here's the entryway, here's the door that everybody can enter and, kind of find their way. But, just because I just don't think we can, operate efficiently, with everybody coming through the same door, but we can at least kind of make it a little bit easier to understand, and do a little bit better in our demand signals for who goes what with where.
Funny you said the demand signals. Is it really? And this is where, when you were explaining to me, and you mentored me through some of the lobbying stuff, anyways, because I always ask you a lot of questions. Is it a competition with a lot of these individuals? A lot in that. To have
in terms of what?
To be like a cheerleader when it comes to something like that, to have them understand, because there's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think there's a lot of folks who want to do business with the DoD, and who think they have an idea, and so there's a lot of I don't want to say noise, but there's a lot of folks who are trying to get the attention of folks inside the building, who are determining kind of what are our requirements this program year, or for this particular program, or this particular direction. What are our top kind of technology areas that we want to focus in, and so there's in addition to kind of the matchmaking of what do we need with what is available, there's also kind of, well, here's what we need and it's not yet available. Can we communicate that out in some form or fashion? Can we steer folks who are kind of in related areas of technology into the ones that we need? Can we modify it in some way? I think there's always a little bit of a tension there into trying to align the vendor with with the component that needs that good or service or technology.
It's funny you mentioned that too as well. Is that, how does it? I mean, when you would consider working with a small business with this stuff to work in the industry, how would you advise a small business? I mean, what's considered a small business in your eyes to work with the DoD? What would you consider it? I mean, what's isn't there like a size limit or something like that?
Yes, there is. I was like, I don't actually have to consider anything, because it is absolutely mandated by law. The Section 3 of the Small Business Act says that the SBA shall create size standards to determine what is small, and that can be done based on number of employees. Oftentimes you'll see this kind of, a business with 500 employees or less. Well, that may be true for some industries, but other industries maybe not so much. Manufacturing is going to have a larger threshold than, say like a digital services startup. So, you've got different thresholds based on when industry you're operating in, and we call that the North American Industry Classification System. There's another acronym, or NAICS code, that folks need to learn. That's the first thing I ask is, what industry are you operating in? So I know whether you are small.
Right, exactly. Now, have you when you've advised businesses like that, have you kind of told them, hey, this is not really what the government's looking for, or is the government looking for everything?
I think the government's always looking for something. You'd be surprised. I've yet to really encounter somebody with an idea, with a good or service that where the government doesn't have a buying opportunity for them. There is we're say the amount of money in which we do in federal acquisition is substantial, and so that ranges from everything from taking trash and at a military installation to figuring out what to do with particular compost on a federal park or what have you. I mean, there's no limit to the kind of to the things that we need to be able to do on a day-to-day basis as a federal government. And so there's really there's something for everyone. If you're looking to do business with and especially with the DoD being the largest kind of acquirer of goods and services on behalf of the federal government.
Right. Does it usually end up having, I'm pretty sure the networks will kind of grow anyways when you're working with a small business that gets connected to a larger firm. Does that usually, is that the success story? Is that the kind of work, you like to do? Would you consider that a success story?
Yes, I do. I think there's a place for subcontracting. That's what we call it. You've got your big primes, your Lockheeds, your Raytheons. Doing business with those folks is a great way to start. It's a great way to get exposure and education and awareness to the federal contracting space without having to do as much in terms of kind of meeting regulatory burdens as a prime. It's a great kind of start, if you will. I also think there's something to be said for, particularly in the innovation space, for having new folks in as primes, doing kind of the big lift. I think we talk about kind of the entrepreneurial spirit of the country. That's where it is. It's in our innovators. It's in our small businesses, our startups. This is where net new jobs are found. This is where our economy actually is our strongest. And so, I think there's something to be said for doing it on your own.
And for you, this is an interesting career field. We got a question in there. Is this type of work that you do? Is there any internships? Do you have internships? How does it work? I mean,
well, I don't, but I tell you what. Honestly, the best start for doing this is if you can do, if you can work as a GS in the federal government, doing contracting. That's amazing. I actually work a lot mostly in the policy space, which is even cooler, I think, because I get to explain all of this stuff at the very, at the highest level to
yes.
To the folks who are writing NDAA and the National Defense Authorization Act and
you like
appropriations.
And I know you well enough. You like to argue, and that's your background.
Yeah.
We like to fight. Why? Because you're a lawyer, right?
That's right. I'm not a practicing lawyer. I gave that up so I could do. Now I'm just a lobbyist now.
Okay, that's awesome.
But yeah, no, you don't really quit the law. The law doesn't really, it kind of.
That sounds scary.
But yeah.
So
yeah, I know.
You really quit the law. The law doesn't quit you. I can't quit you, law.
Exactly. It's like the mafia. Right?
Yeah, really, exactly. Nobody said you could law out. So real quick, then tell us about yourself. You went to, where did you go to school then? How did you get your, what's your legal creds, I guess you'd say?
So I actually went to a law school in Fort Worth, Texas. At the time, it was Texas Wesleyan. It has since been bought by Texas A&M University, so it's now Texas A&M University School of Law. I guess I'm an Aggie by acquisition, which just suits my parents to pleases them to no end because they are themselves Aggies. I think my dad, it's just me and my sister. Neither one of us actually did our undergrad at A&M, and I think he pretty much considered that like his single biggest failure as a father. It's like neither of his offspring went to his alma mater. But I ended up getting there, sort of. In the end, I did my undergrad at Hollins University, which is a private women's college in Roanoke, Virginia. So my dad loved that, though. No men. It was all women, and it was probably the coolest thing I've ever done. Yeah, but he didn't realize it's like shooting fish in a barrel, man. Like, where there are women, there are men.
It's like, exactly. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Good analogy. So then after you learned your law degree, you kind of like did some big baller work. Go ahead. I kind of propped you up a little bit before you came on here, but what did you do after you did your law degree?
So I actually, literally the day after I took the bar, I was on a plane to DC to participate in Campaign for. I don't know if it exists anymore. It was the campaign school for Emily's List, which was like the largest pro-choice Democratic PAC in the country. And they trained you on working all aspects of a very high-profile campaign, and then they put you on that campaign for 3 months to work it. Then they, brought you back and you debriefed, and then they kind of, shopped you around to various offices.
Right.
Got you introductions with various members of Congress to go find a job, and so I ended up going to New York. I think it was an in-kind to basically with the Democratic Party for the state of New York. I worked all the down ballots. When I came back, I as a newly minted, I had just passed the bar, newly minted lawyer, I wanted to do something in the law. I ended up working as a assistant director for lawyer chapters for the American Constitution Society for Law and Policy. It's a legal think tank, kind of the progressive alternative to the Federalist Society. And I got to do some really cool things
Holy
there.
shit.
We had folks like,
Eric
Holder, Kat Sunstein, some of the brightest, legal minds of youngest legal minds of the time. I was, just a fresh off the campaign, fresh out of school. I had no idea, what I was being exposed to at the time, but I realized now looking back, it was a pretty incredible experience. I got to mic Elena Kagan. At the time she was dean of Harvard Law School. Now she's a Supreme Court justice. Those kinds of interactions you just take with them. You take them, through with you through your entire career, and it's pretty cool. After that, I did a short stint. I worked for about a year as a voting rights attorney for the Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law. Y'all might know them, I guess, currently from the 866 Our Vote election protection hotline.
Yep.
They actually run that hotline, so I was responsible for organizing in several states, including Ohio, in the 2008 cycle. I worked, I think, Texas. I think I worked Arizona. Some hot states. Even then, it was very, very cool. I learned at that moment that I was, even though it was like the coolest kind of law and doing like, really important stuff, I don't like the actual practice of law. I like policy. So then I went to go work in the Senate. I actually got my job through, really it's all kind of who you know. I had a connection, a mutual connection who said,
"Oh, you there? Hello? You still there?"
Small business.
Oh, you cut off for a second. Yeah, you cut off for a second. I think people are. I think Facebook is like, okay, enough politics. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So what's the so continue but you also worked with Senators Mary Landrieu and how was it like working for a senator at that point?
So I've gotten to work for 4 senators, which has been amazing. Senators are just like normal people. They are funny. They are personable. They are sometimes cranky. They are sometimes short. They are, just like any normal human being. They're working in these, really incredible kind of pressure cooker situations 24/7, and they're working, 1 minute they're talking to a group about, kind of the local school, education system. The next minute they're talking to, the ambassador of France about, international adoptions, so, they're constantly going from issue to issue. And, as a staff, it's really kind of just like, okay, here, Senator, you are in this space, you are talking about this issue, and, here's what you need to know. And you do it very, it's like briefing. It's like briefing anyone else.
Yes.
You just do it very slowly and very patiently.
Yes.
And you hope they get what you're giving them.
Well, that's where you and I, since you've been doing all that, you've been assisting me in all the lobbying stuff, and you have enlightened me to the different world of the. You brought up a good point, that how some of these individuals that are in office are really more normal people. It's almost like the politics side of the house is what everybody else sees, with the inner workings of what you and I saw. And I was just surprised at how different. And we're going to get ready to talk about our initiatives that we're talking about. That it was just so different to be able to know that. The staff from Tom Cotton's office, the staff from Senator Murphy's office, from Crenshaw's office. They were talking to us about, or we were discussing with some of their staffers and comms people about Alwyn Cashe, and it was just nothing. I don't know. It wasn't the big grandstanding that everybody else would see on media. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, it's for media, but it was just surprising to see that. Which brings us to Go ahead.
No, these are. I was going to say, these are totally normal people. They
Right.
just happen to work in very abnormal times and very weird, strange jobs. Cool jobs, I think, but still strange to the vast majority of Americans.
Oh, that's one thing I learned. That the arguments are real. I love them. I mean the back and forth.
Yeah.
And they're fun. I mean, it's almost like I can get being a lobbyist, because this is, you're not really, I don't want to say you're not really shit talking, but you're kind of proving your point and you're articulating your argument, and nobody gets mad about it. That's what trips me out, is that when we're working this stuff right now, the hot topic for us in the veteran community is HR 8276. Can you give us just a real quick description of what 8276 is?
Sure, absolutely. So this is actually a project that I've been working on a couple of months. It's something that I've just kind of taken to it. It's one of those things that really just hits you. But 8276, what it does is it kind of lifts the statutory time limitation that's kind of currently exists, that's preventing Alwyn Cashe from receiving the Medal of Honor. Basically, the Army says, in order to get a Medal of Honor, it has to have been awarded within 5 years of in the time frame of the underlying acts, in the award. And for Alwyn, it was he did this incredibly heroic thing. In 2005, which is we're now in the 15-year time frame. So we need Congress to be able to lift that statutory time limit to say that he can get the Medal of Honor. And so, I actually worked, I hooked up with you mentioned Congresswoman Murphy, Representative Murphy from Florida has been working on this tirelessly. HR 8276 is her bill. She introduced it along, as a Democrat, she introduced it along with two Republicans, Michael Waltz, also from Florida. He's a former Green Beret. And then Dan Crenshaw, who I think is a SEAL from Texas, and in a very bipartisan, very apolitical way, just kind of really work the process. They started before even introducing the bill. There was discussions between House Armed Services Committee and the Senate Armed Services Committee. For them, it was on the House side, to see if we could get this included. Instead of doing a standalone bill, get it included in the next National Defense Authorization Act. That was in August, and those conversations are still ongoing. It's still a possibility. But just to kind of, make sure that everything was done as quickly as possible. Stephanie Murphy also introduced this bill, which would kind of act as its own vehicle for lifting that, statutory limitation. And then, they got that done, which is, in the House, it's very, very rare to not have a vote on something, even on what we call suspension of the rules, where they kind of lift the rules and say, okay, here's a vote, and not have it go through regular order. But this was such an important thing, and it was such a, kind of universally recognized as something that has to be done. But the House actually passed it by unanimous consent, which means no vote. They just all decided, yeah, we're going to let this go. This is now considered passed. That was done on September 23rd, and I feel like, or it was either September 22nd or 23rd, and then the very next day, Senator Cotton, along with Senators Manchin, Kaine, Rubio, Rick Scott, Rubio and Rick Scott, of course, are from Florida, Ted Cruz, and and Senator Manchin introduced the identical Senate companion as kind of a marker, saying, hey, we're going to work on HR 8276 to get this through the Senate, but we want to let you know how strongly we feel. We're going to introduce this Senate companion standalone, and just so that everyone can have a place to put their name on it to say that they support this bill. At that time, we worked the process in the Senate. It's such a strange creature. Nobody really understands how that place works, mostly because nothing is written down. It's all based on custom and practice, right? And so it's a lot of playing telephone. It's a lot of, talking to your respective majority and minority leaders' offices to determine, okay, what is the schedule for the week? What are we going to talk about? What is going to be considered? Is there going to be, a package? They, unlike the House, which, rarely does UC, the Senate primarily works on UCs, which is the unanimous consent. That's how they really get anything done. And so, this was just kind of one of those natural, we're not going to try and seek a vote on this, try and get floor time in the middle of, preceding an election. We had COVID, we had,
there was also, there was the budget, and there was also the Amy Coney Barrett.
Well, that happened actually after we started.
Okay.
We hadn't even gotten to that point yet when we started in the Senate. We started the process.
Okay.
We started talking to folks, and then literally, I think we ran the hotline on the Republican side, and just as we were going to get to run it on the Democratic side, Justice Ginsburg passed away.
Right.
And this is a huge deal. I mean, the Senate, it's a Supreme Court justice, and somebody of Ginsburg's stature. This is one of those things where we're like, oh my gosh, we're afraid the whole thing's going to shut down. Nobody's going to move. It's going to be stalemate. And fortunately, I think things kind of still progressed, albeit slowly. Things were still moving. There was no kind of expression that we're not doing UCs. Nobody's going to agree to anything. It was just kind of, okay, let's tip our, put our toe in the water and see how it feels. And we were able to get it hotlined on the Democratic side. And then, I want to say the day, it was like the last day, before we recessed for 2 weeks, where we thought we were going to get it done. And, we still don't know why it didn't happen on that day, because it had cleared both the Republican cloakroom and the Democratic cloakroom, which is, basically the process is where they communicate it to each side and give each side 48 hours, each of those sides members 48 hours to object. And if no one objects, then it goes into what we call it the wrap-up package at the end of the day, the next day. And it's, the magic words are said by the majority leader on the floor. I asked for unanimous consent to pass, X bill, and, and without objection, so ordered. And then it's passed. For whatever reason, that did not happen. And we're like, okay, well, that's no big deal. Sometimes things kind of fall through. There must have been other things that kind of, we're ahead of it in line. Fine, we'll get it done on Tuesday. And then on Saturday, the president gets COVID. And then, 3 more senators get COVID. And then we go into recess for 2 weeks. And then we're like, now we're Justice Ginsburg passes away. Everyone's got COVID. We're not in session, and we're also facing an impending election. It was really an uphill battle to think that we were going to get a unanimous consent agreement done in that time. We were hopeful. We thought if there's any reason why we should do it, this is going to be the reason. Like, this is it.
Right.
There's nothing more important than this. But politics is what it is. And the Senate is just, frankly, it's a slow creature. Things don't move quickly in the Senate. That's just not how things are done. I think we've been moving and pushing really hard and trying to get it done as quickly as possible, but we're working against the grain here, because that's just not how the Senate works.
Okay, so then you said what's the UC? So basically, all those processes right now, what are we looking at? So what exactly are we at? I guess in the goalpost or on the football field, because I know there's some individuals out there, primarily you blue cords out there, that understand only football analogies. So where are we on the football field when it comes to getting it passed?
Oh my gosh, I don't know sports ball at all. I'm going to assume that we are on the 1 yard line. Is there like a half yard line, like a half inch? I don't know. Like, we're super, super, super close to it.
Okay, so we're okay. All right. Well, see, so man, you didn't even, okay, bad choice. I shouldn't have said fucking football. Okay, so but we're close. So really, okay, so if we're that close, what's the following? Then what's the next step then? Well, I mean, what are we looking at as far as the scenario to play out?
So the Senate comes back next week. They come back the 9th, right? Usually what happens is when they come back, on the Mondays that they come back at Monday evening. They have something, what we call bed check votes. That just ensures that everyone is in town. It's voting on something routine, a nomination, something, ministerial. And just to make sure that everyone is back into town and in their respective seats. For Tuesday is generally when things get done. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. Thursdays, by that point, the senators, Thursday afternoon, they're starting to head out of town. So we're hoping sometime Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday we can get this done. It has cleared both cloakrooms. It's cleared the process. The only thing we're waiting on is just that it's that very last step, the magic words by the majority leader on the floor. I think there had been some talk about, ways that we could kind of speed the process up. Could we have one of the members go down for a live UC, which is where they actually go down on the floor and they kind of, circumvent the majority leader and just say the words and ask for unanimous consent. It's very, very frowned upon. You only do those in very extreme circumstances when you're basically begging somebody to object because you jumped the line. Not waiting your turn, which is, not cool in the Senate. So that's, I don't think we're there yet, mostly because we don't want anyone to object, and we've already gotten clearance. So at this point, it's just we're just waiting our turn.
Right.
One thing that I think that really helps is, when folks call their senators, call their members and say, hey, we want to get this, passed. Are you aware of it? It's actually really helpful. It sounds kind of cheesy, but, the old fashioned way of making your voice heard with your representatives is really the best way. At this point, it's cheesy, but it works.
Now, I'm just kind of wondering. Cos brought up a good point. Who would want to be on record as rejecting this? Everything that so far is pushing support. I mean, nobody. I mean, I don't want to get into some political stuff, but wasn't there? I mean, nobody
objected.
Yeah, nobody ejected it. So what? So why wasn't it just a simple nudge where we can just have that signed? Because from what we're hearing that the Army's ready to do it, and we're, what I mean. There's different spots. I know you and I discussed the.
I think.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Like, nobody objects it. I think one of the things that it's important to impress upon folks is that right now we're dealing with a lot of really big things. We're in the middle of a pandemic. There's negotiations about budgets, about appropriations, about things where If we don't take action, people die and lose their jobs, and money is lost, and benefits are lost. So there are a lot of things that happen in the Senate on a day-to-day basis, and now more so than ever. So there are a lot of conversations that are taking place and about these big things, and there's not a lot of room left for kind of anything else, really. And so that's really been the hardest part. I don't think anyone that knows about it no one's going to object. It's just a matter of kind of breaking through that noise to say, hey, this is important enough for you to pay attention, so please pay attention.
Right. I'm just wondering, so once they come back in session, does it have to go through? Doesn't have to go through any more procedural events again? It doesn't have to go through steps all over again. It's ready, and it can be signed, and they can move quick. I mean, basically.
That's right. Yeah. No. We are. That's why I say we're at the tiny half-inch yard line, whatever.
We're at the half a millimeter. Okay. Sports ball.
We're like a field goal away. I don't know.
There we go.
I don't we're like so close to a home run or whatever. I don't know.
We're at the 1 yard line to get a home run. Okay, cool.
Exactly. Yay, 3-pointer. But we don't. I mean, everything's done. All the hard work is really kind of. Has Stephanie Murphy and Michael Waltz have done, and Crenshaw and Dean Crenshaw have done an extraordinary job laying the work. Senators Cotton and Manchin on the Senate side have done, worked in a very bipartisan way. And because of that, because they've worked in such a bipartisan way, working each of their respective leadership's office, this is, we think we're in a really good position to get this done when they come back next week. Hopefully, knock on wood. We've done all the work. Everyone is primed and ready for it to go. It's just a matter of getting a wrap up, getting the majority and minority leader in the Senate to say, hey, we're gonna allow things to move like business as usual. I think the idea is that once the elections are over, everybody kind of goes into their respective kind of normal positions. Things move like we typically expect them to move. Yeah.
Right. Oh, so we're still waiting for the freaking over part.
Yeah.
This.
I mean, this could and I hate to say it, this could very well elongate the process, but it is what it is, and we're just going to do our best to make sure that senators are aware of this very non-objectionable, very important, very, what we consider to be must-pass, must-do, legislative action, and hope that they do it.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too. Once them doing it, because like you said, they come back Monday, and it's literally just opening the floor and saying, all right, let's pass this, and then that's it. Is there anything else? What do you project, or do you have any predictions of what's sitting on the floor right now that needs to happen that would not, like you said, we pretty much jumped the line on this shit anyway. So is there anything else that would prevent it from happening?
No, really. It is just, we haven't had a wrap-up package, and everybody has kind of been pointing, well, elections, nothing moves, and this is pretty standard. Every 4 years we run into this issue. Things kind of just grind to a halt starting around August before an election into into November, when things kind of go back to their normal flow. It usually takes a little bit, it's fits and starts. But for the most part, things kind of resume. It's a lame duck. It's lame. We are confident and hopeful that things are just going to, take their normal course. And because we're so close, and because things have been done in such a bipartisan way, we don't really see any obstacles to getting this done. It's just a matter of when.
I think. Yeah, well, all the efforts that we've had, I just thank you for giving me that, for brainstorming with me on this with Joe Bacino, Nick Guy, to get the awareness up, because I think that increased it, just our work in itself got it, I think, a little bit elevated, a little higher than what we thought. I didn't expect it to get so elevated so high, but damn, it was great that we were able to get it that elevated that much. Did so far has anybody reached out to you yet and said, hey, okay, here's what's happening? Has anybody made the contact to you about the next step, or here's what we're doing? I mean, I guess because a lot of the audience, I don't want to say they're, well, hell, even me, I'm not very legislatively savvy enough in all this. I mean, you've had to like walk me through in a lot of stuff. So has anybody called you? Has anybody said, hey, look, here's what we're going to do? Do you have anything that's, I mean, you could say without saying that someone has done that already, contacted you about it?
I can tell you that there is not a day that goes by. There's like, not a 4-hour period that goes by that I'm not talking to somebody about this. So, whether it's talking to other lobbyists who are also, supportive of this and want to see this done, or talking to folks at DOD, or, on the House side, everything is kind of leading back to like, hey, work with your respective leadership offices, whether it's, McCarthy and Pelosi on the House side, working with, and from the House side, because they've actually done their part already. They've already passed their bill. Theirs is really more of kind of a communications and awareness visibility effort. On the Senate side is, hey, talk to Schumer and McConnell's office. Let those folks know that this is something that needs to happen. Put a little pressure on the Senate to get, to do what the House has already done. Do your part, upper chamber. And really those conversations are ongoing. I had them today. We're at this point, we know that folks are kind of preoccupied with their own, political survival. And so, it's more just kind of like, hey, focus, and, snap it in front of them and say, hey, look, this is important to us. Please do this.
So after this is done, what's next? I mean, what else we got? What do you got going on? I mean, aside from doing what you're doing right now, I mean, what's next?
I have not thought about what's next. Honestly, I am so laser focused on just getting this done. It is going to take some time. I have to say, I don't know if the president's going to sign the bill right away. I don't know that there's that kind of pressure on the White House to do kind of. To expedite it, it's got to be engrossed. It's got to be enacted. Once it gets through the Senate, it's got to be, put into code. The White House has to, do the processes and procedures on its end in order for, for the award to actually be awarded. The family, there's usually a ceremony at the White House. So I'm not done until this is done.
Right. So. Same here. Yeah, no, we're right there with you. I think that to us, the veteran community, it's righting a wrong. Even the chain of command considers it the same thing, just righting a wrong from such a long time ago. I mean, we're in contact with his daughter on social media, and it kills me. Just to see some of her comments or her memories and discussing it, it just kills me when I see that. And to me, I there's some times where I'm just like, God, and I we work through the bone to the we're our fingers to the bone, and I just don't. I don't know. It just, I think a lot of the veteran community, they're frustrated, but without knowing exactly why all this happened. I think that's why we wanted you on here, to kind of give us a little bit more of an understanding, because there's so much on the legislative process that has been gone into this, that now when someone says it's not a Medal of Honor, it's not a Congressional Medal of Honor, it's a Medal of Honor. Well, Congress is doing something about this Medal of Honor, so I would kind of say would probably be involved to have the name Congressional Medal of Honor in it. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes sense to say that, because obviously Congress got involved to do it. Do you know? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, in talking, I also have communicated with Alwyn's daughter, and I've seen some of those same comments. But I have to say, on a more hopeful tone, one of the amazing things to me is watching people who have had no exposure to the Army, to the military, even. And particularly to Alwyn Cashe, just to learn about him and his story and what he did, and to kind of take it and take this effort as kind of like their own, right? And to join in and support this and call their members of Congress and say, hey, we want you all to get this done. Watching Americans from all walks of life, kind of come together from different political backgrounds, political parties, ideologies, geographic, what have you, like all areas of diversity, folks coming from all walks of life, just to come and support this has been, it's just so powerful to me. In a way, I think, this is Alwyn Cashe. He's still serving his country. He, in a time when we are so divided, he is still working to bring us together.
Right.
Like that is, it's service, beyond self. It's so profound to me, I think, and it gives me hope about, where we are as a country, that we can still come together and work on things like this, things that are this important. We can work to get it done.
Yeah, that's the biggest surprise that I've had is working this and seeing it being completely nonpartisan. I've not seen anybody. I mean, there was a couple of questions that in the beginning when we started working this stuff, but that was, they were so, I don't know, it was just so. I think the whole cause in itself, it kind of diluted the venom of some people that were trying to make this a political event when it wasn't. And I'm talking about some of the guys on social media. We don't really call people out unless it's like a big deal. But I'm not going to call this individual out. But they were trying to make a political event, and it was like you said, everyone came together, all walks of life, all members of military society lunged in on this individual for making comments that he did, and that right there, like you said, as a testament of how it's actually bringing us together for a common cause for good. I'm glad to be part of it. Well,
I was.
Go ahead.
I want to say thank you to those folks too. In that vein, everyone that has been working on working the social media angle, that has been, going above and beyond, really to educate folks on who is Alwyn Cashe and what is HR 8276, to keeping other folks from veering into that political and, I would say partisan lane, keeping it above board and above the partisan fray has made all the difference. And that has not been a leadership thing. That has been a grassroots folks on the ground actually caring about this. That has been their effort. And for that, I'm extremely grateful.
Yeah, same here. It's amazing. I love it. I can't wait for when this is all over with and we can celebrate and the awarding of it. That's the whole goal, is to see that ceremony is the goal for us. Amy, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate you coming on here.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, hang on for a second.
Anytime.
Okay. Sure. Oh yeah, hang on for a second. We're gonna cut to a break, but we can talk some admin stuff afterwards. But Amy Sanchez, our favorite legislator and lobbyist from the WTF Nation. Is there any advice? I know there were some individuals that were in the chat. Madison was talking about internships and stuff like that. If you want, we can get some information for, you can help or whatever, of who you can talk to get an internship. I mean, that would be the best thing to do. We'll shoot it out and then we'll put it on the radio post, any details that Amy gives us, just some resources and stuff. But we'll be right back. Amy, thank you so much again for hanging out, and guys, we'll be right back. Shots.
looking up and fading out. Cirrus shapes I found blow me away. Van Allen right around, pushing through. Skin is brown. Nature has us trapped in fear, so I get lost in sound. I wonder if you'll ever know why I am the way I am. I've been thinking a lot about time and space surrounding. Is there anyone who is thinking like me? I've been thinking a lot about life is never ending. Is there anyone who is thinking like me? Constellation theme, mapping stars that are meant to be. Geminis are free of suicidal kings. This misty maze of me, so obvious yet never seen. Feeling though the fog will lift to find me lost at sea. I've been thinking a lot about time and space surrounding. Is there anyone who is thinking like me? I've been thinking a lot about life is never ending. Is there anyone who is thinking like me? Myself and I am so lost, it's beautiful, far away from life, but I want your visible feeling to be mine. Oh, I just don't get it. When will your heart beat with my mind? Oh, I've been thinking a lot. I've been thinking a lot about time and space surrounding. Is there anyone who is thinking like me? I've been thinking a lot about life that's never ending. Is there anyone who is thinking like me?
Wear a condom? We're in Fayetteville. No one gets STDs here.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Man, last portion of Sergeant's time. Well, that was an awesome interview. Only because I like.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm not saying it because I give the interview. I like informative interviews. You know, I like getting my information down, and this has been pretty informative on all this stuff, man. This is awesome. Thanks again, Amy, for hanging out with us and giving us all the deets on how to do lobbying stuff and legislative upper chamber, lower chamber of excellence things.
I feel like I got a degree now.
Well,
Add this to my resume.
So now you're a sergeant major. Is that what you're saying? Because that's how they get.
No, it's better than the University of Phoenix or Excelsior College ones.
Or Trident University. So
yeah, that one too.
Oh man. Okay. So with the There's a lot of rumor going on, a lot of rumor control about what's happening. Again, the Secretary of Defense throwing out that memo that caused some controversy. Everyone thinking, oh, well, there's something happening, and oh, he's going to say screw it and all this other stuff. Again, we've not received anything stating that that he's quitting or something like that. Because another story came out that just kind of like, I think everyone's kind of, and this is from NBC. Shouldn't they be like paying attention to the election right now? I mean, NBC, it should be. I mean, we can kind of wait on the Esper stuff just a little bit later until, I don't know, we get a new boss.
Right, because it'll be his boss too.
But you're right, it'll be his boss too. Because maybe his boss might be want to agree. So, Defense Secretary Mark Esper plans to work with lawmakers to create legislation that would remove the names of the Confederate leaders from military bases, according to NBC. Such a move is likely to draw the ire of President Trump. Also comes as Esper is expected to leave his role after the announced results of the presidential election, regardless who wins. Now, again, this is only rumors. This is no one. He's not confirmed it. The Defense Secretary's front office has not confirmed that this is going to happen. This is a report from NBC. The current defense officials told NBC and Esper they had already drafted a resignation letter, which, of course, this is drafted. I mean, I've drafted emails that are probably spicier takes but I don't send them. You know what I mean? He drafted an email. Well, did he?
You should see my email draft.
You should see. Oh my God, yeah, you should see my email drafts, my Twitter drafts, I got a bunch of freaking drafts that I look at and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna.
Oh, I'm looking right now. I have 164 emails in my draft box right now.
Do you? Wow. Okay.
Yes, I do.
I don't feel bad. Okay. I have. Let me see. I have 5 in one. I have 3 in another. I've got a couple of Twitter drafts that are pretty incendiary that I'm kind of contemplating sending it or not. There's only like 3 of them in there, and then I don't have Instagram and all that stuff. So I got some hot takes and some hot some hot sauce to throw out at some people. But you just kind of look back at that and you look at the second, third order effects. And I'm like, what would happen if I did this shit, and what would happen? So again. Nobody knows for sure. There's been no fucking proof. But again, we all know he's actually supported it before. We've talked about this already, about changing of the bases from losers to heroes. Everyone kind of like stopped. I mean, there was another rumor again during August, and this is not a rumor. This was a report. In August, during the press conference in his Bedminster property, Trump said that he was considering firing everybody. He's like,
I mean, that's not shocking at all.
Yeah, it is. So I can honestly say, I can honestly say, all the vitriol and all the drama and all the stuff that's happening. I'll be honest with you. Be prepared for it to come back at you. It's that pendulum's going to swing back. I expect full memes, no matter who wins. I want memeage. I want fine gourmet memery. I want perfection. I want to kiss the memes of excellence. I want
like extra seasoned memes, not just salt and pepper.
Yeah, extra seasoned. I want the Red Panda meme factory of excellent memes. I want them baller ass gray beret Marines of excellence. I want some memes on all this.
Oh man!
I just think
maybe that's why Esper's putting out like random memos.
Maybe those are his memes.
Let him wear the fucking that. Maybe that's what he does instead of putting memes out there. He's like, no, I got some authority here.
Yeah.
Let him wear yoga pants in those damn commentary.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying, you know what? He's like, fuck this. What happens? I wonder if he's memeing Sergeant Majors. He's like, you know what? I'm pissed off. When I was at Secretary of the Army, screw these Sergeant Majors. Fuck them kids. He's like, he probably drove around a couple of smoke pits and said, hey, what does Sergeant Major do to piss you off? Shit, do all those rare PTs, the commissary, the PX. All right, hang on. And he probably told his secretary, hey, draft this memo up and I'll sign it and put a barcode on it. And then sure as shit, that's when you saw the barcode of SecDef excellence. That's funny as shit. I mean,
this is exactly why I could not be in charge of anything.
Oh my God, I could we'll put the memo up again. Everyone's like, oh, You know, of course, everyone's going to add to and can't take away.
He's like, no, you cannot.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to put it right here. You cannot do that.
Right, exactly. And actually, there's nobody can make an exception to his policy. That's the SecDef's policy. I can make a change to that. What part of following? Nobody. There are only 3 people who can make an exception. 3, and none of them are a commander. That's it.
Definitely none of them are sergeant.
And definitely, oh my God, Sergeant! Don't bring that. No. This is what we're not gonna do. Have CSMs tell you what to do. I don't think so. No. Maybe I should have a TikTok just trolling fucking with my bro Corey. And then just shoot the shit with my man, and we should just do TikToks together, just trashing Sergeant Majors. But he's still in the Army. I don't want to get him in trouble. But
I swore when I retired, I was gonna go do things like walk on Battalion Avenue. Like at PT time, in my PTs.
Me, I'm gonna tell you right now, and me, Baby Ice, we ran on our dens. We walked on our dens.
Oh, see, I didn't need to go
brag.
do it.
I walked. I was just like, I'm just walking. I mean, nobody's gonna yell at a kid because I'll be honest with you, if you yell at a soldier and they have their kid with them, you're a big shitbag to begin with. I just want to everybody know that point when DD 214 and all this other stuff, and you're going off on somebody again. I think these are his memes. I think this is SecDef level. It's almost like that's his meme format, because everybody knows that font. What was it? It's like impact font and then a big screen, or the big, you know, when someone spells something all goofy with their like one what do they call it? Miscased sentences, where it looks like if somebody were to talk, whatever, blah, and they put the miscase, whatever. I guarantee it, man. This right here is SecDef level. This is cabinet level memery right here. But he's making it official. That's what I think it is. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's like, you know what? Yeah, whatever. Fuck this. I already did with haircuts. What's the fuck you gonna do? He's a SecDef, man.
Like, why does it take him, like said, the SecDef to do this kind of thing?
And that's another thing too. Leaders are kind of, again, there's only 3 people that can make an exception to that policy. 3, and not one of them is a commander. Not one of them is a commander. So before anybody comes up and saying what the commanders can do, especially Sorents, okay? When you say a command, if you're not a commander and you're speaking for a commander and you're a Sorent, I think you need to Sorent to shut up. You need to Sorent your mouth. No, what you don't. I guarantee it that right now, that if we told the judge, hey, there's people that are talking about making exceptions to this, the judge will give us his unfettered, and he'll probably tweet it. he'll probably tweet it out. He heard. I mean, like I said, everyone's hearing me on air right now. I was talking about this stuff too, and he probably was the same thing. I, as an NCO, know of the exceptions, but I'm not a commander. I can't, whatever. I cannot say, well, because a commander can do that. I'm a sergeant. I can't say what commander's gonna. That's like why I can't. That's why you shouldn't say some shit like that, especially if you're at the rank of you're just advising, or you're whatever. Because we're waiting for the. I'm gonna ask the main page again. So hang on. So
like, pay attention to me.
Yeah, can I? So the screenshot. Can I put on air? Can I air it?
Say pretty please.
Yeah, hang on. Well, no, the sergeant. I gotta ask the WTF Sergeant Major. Like I said, we don't have a command sergeant. We don't have command sergeant majors. We laugh at command sergeant majors. We have working sergeant majors. We have sergeant majors at work.
I know, but pretty please still work sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Say pretty please.
Yeah, pretty please. Can I pretty please post this? Can we? Can I? Hang on. Let me. Oh man, come on. Let's type in this stuff. I should just do a voice message. Can I post this? Can I post this on the main page? Can I do this for screenshot? Can we have an early edition of Screenshot Madness? Can I just post this up? Matter of fact, hang on. Let me. Okay. Oh, I got them all rustled up. I'm like, hey, look at this. Can I post the screenshot on air? And there you go. CSMs be wildin' right now. I'm telling you right now. Can I post a screenshot on air? Pretty please. There we go. And because I want to post this. I want to post a screenshot so bad. And there, who's just answered? Oh, the WTF CSM is looking at my message. Oh. Yeah, it's like right now you have people listening right now. You have the audience waiting. Hurry quick.
It'll be like every other sergeant major I know that types with 2 fingers.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like, exactly. Ken, you suck at typing. No. The CSM screenshot. Not what I just sent you. You guys are hearing this in real time. Yes. Okay, it's going up. All right, hang on.
Yay! I told you the pretty please would work.
Yeah, pretty please would work. Okay, bam. All right, hey, you got the sergeant majors. What happens when? And see, I sing army songs when I'm motivated to do some debauchery. Pick up your weapon and follow me. Post that screenshot. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna post a screenshot of the now comment, the comment of excellence. It's going to go up. This is going to go up. The screenshot here. Oh my God! It looks like it said. Wait. Wow. Oh. Hang on. This is man.
Oh, you're making those happy noises.
Oh shit! No, this looks like this is some drill sergeants and stuff like that. Got to make sure all my deets are good. There we go. All right, everything's set. Hang on, I got to make sure all my stuff is good because what I don't want to do is I don't want to have. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's, yeah, like when a screenshot fits. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that screenshot. Oh, yeah. Well, even
doing all the formatting. Yeah, make sure it fits. Okay.
Yeah, because bitches love visuals, so it's the formatting. Yeah. All right, so here you go. Here's a screenshot right here. The screenshot madness has already begun. I guess we weren't going to do screenshot madness tonight, but there we go. There we go. There it is right there. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. All right, it's up. Hang on, let me tell the staff right now it's all up. Yes. It's up. It's up now. There you go. There we go. Okay, I just woke up. Oh, wake up criteria. I think I'm in trouble. Anyways, quick. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. So let's look at the screenshot says. It says, from a first sergeant, from CSM, there's a memo out from the DOD that says PTs are allowed in the PX commissary annex, and it also says commanders have the authority to change for their command. And the ATC standard has not changed, nor will it. PTs are not allowed in PT in the PX commissary. Tell your peeps not to do it, or so-and-so will make a sample of them. And then Roger to all. And then there's one guy in the bottom. I saw. He must be the smart drill sergeant. I saw so-and-so at the PX. In PTs, he said he wants to write a 2,000-word essay.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is classic.
It does not. I know, but it does not say commanders have authority to change it for their command.
Okay.
Like, who's this first sergeant and who's this sergeant major? Let me go read the memo to them, since they obviously have reading comprehension problems.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. There you go. So there you have it, laid out for you guys. We've already got some. We've already got some. So I think this. I think the. Thanks, Peyton. I think the memes. The SecDef needs to put more memes. He needs to be more memes. He needs to meme more memos. I'm serious. I think the SecDef has got a case of the fuckets and wants to do memos. And he's just like, fuck it, I'm doing this. What's the next thing? I mean, because nobody's listening to him anyways. I mean, think about it.
I know. Like, no, this our major's like, oh, well, no.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Oh, I don't care who he is. He's the SecDef. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. So here we have already some pushing. Did we tell anybody? Did we talk to somebody, or is this? I don't know. I think it's fucking hilarious that this stuff has already happened without clarification and guidance from whoever.
I mean, it's clear as day. It's like, do they not know how to read?
No,
I mean, it's.
Did you not attend the CSM School of Law? I mean,
or kindergarten,
or
even.
Yeah, AR 600 CSM says I can do this.
I mean, it has a couple big words. Okay, third grade. I think you gotta at least get through third grade to be a goddamn.
It's up
CSM.
there, man. Yeah, there you go.
For fuck's sake.
Yep.
Because see, I'd be the one with that shit in my pocket.
Yeah, I'd be.
And like, you're gonna give me ECMJ.
Yep. What about it? Says
because you think you
DOD.
outranked the sector.
Yeah. So what if the Space Force? You know the Space Force. We have U.S. Space Force WTF moments, and those are admins. They're our sister page, but they're actual admins from the Space Force, and they call us Dirt Force, and they fucking troll us on their page so fucking much. It's funny as shit. You gonna tell Space Force guy this? What happens when a Space Force guy walks into a freaking commissary, and he's gonna walk in there and shit? What do you think he's gonna do, or he or she?
You're gonna give me UCMJ?
What are you gonna do?
Do we even fall under that?
Exactly. He's probably gonna pull out a lightsaber or tell him somebody to shut up or something like that. Yeah, whatever. What is a sergeant major? What is a command sergeant major? Command sergeant major. This is installation. Yeah, so it's already started.
Damn drill sergeants.
Yeah, instead of saying count all the votes, count all the SecDef memos. Oh my god. This is fucking hilarious. So there you go. That's that. Oh, you want to see the thing about the okay? I just saw so and so. He wants to write a 2,000 word essay. I just think that's fucking okay. That's funny.
That is
fucking funny. So I mean, again, I think those are drill sergeants, obviously, because DS Roger all. But I just think it's fucking funny that already we already have. Oh no, you better not. So, but I think it's fucking hilarious.
I do too, especially because none of them can read.
Right, exactly. But anyways, so we got haircuts that we're not listening to. We have PT belts that was told that we're not going to have that we're not going to listen to. Let's see. CSMs are they wildin'. CSM's wildin'. I'm just saying. They just do it. Then whatever. Do what they want. No, let's not do whatever. Shit. Well,
Thinking they outrank the SecPath. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, just kind
okay.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just joining. Is there any movement on getting the 6-month stay for retired Army discharged people to get federal? Yeah, I think there was. I think we did a show on that a few months back. We'll have to get back, Kevin, to check it out. But anyways, shit.
Yeah, I'm not up to speed.
Yeah, I'm not up to speed. I remember us doing a show talking about it, but I think we'll have to get back with you on that. But anyways, I was gonna say, man, it's ready for the sports page, but do you know? And I feel like I've been broadcasting already for a while.
Yes, we don't do sports page. Teams did things. Some teams
Yeah.
lost. Some teams won.
Or like
Sports
she
page
said,
complete.
or like she said, sports ball.
I'm not Flash, and this is not Monday. We don't do sports.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. It was sports ball. So real quick, let me see. I'm still laughing at that 2,000 word memo thing. That's hilarious. Okay, so tomorrow's Friday. The friggin' was that? I know this sergeant major that doesn't have a bachelor's degree, let alone associate, but he always says soldiers talk like he's someone proud. So third grade law applies. Yeah, okay, it does. I think. So Friday, tomorrow we're gonna have David Tenenbaum. A United States Air Force veteran, CEO and founder of Heroes Link. David Tenenbaum will be joining Friday Night Freedom to talk about his nonprofit organization and what they do to help out veterans to find a career. David is also founder and CEO of Honor Media to help veterans and their organizations with their media needs. I can't wait to have this on. Exactly that, Heath. Exactly that. And then next Tuesday, Matt Eisman. Dude, he's 4-time Emmy-nominated American Ninja Warrior. Has been named as the newest celebrity apprentice. Boston Globe said of Matt, the best part about American Ninja Warrior, hands down, is when bro host. That's like a thing, bro host, man. It's like, are you a bro host, Spanky, or is that pretty? I mean, is that like a bro host? kind of a. I mean,
I'm gonna learn something on Tuesday.
Go listen, bro. You're gonna learn what bro hosts mean. Matt Eisman roars on the show's title. He also helms the latest spin-off American Ninja Warrior Jr. on Universal Kids, their highest rated show ever. He headed up the spin-off Ninja vs. Ninja on the USA Network, and he hosted Evil Knievel Live on History, the highest rated cable special on 2018, and makes regular visits on the Today Show and hosts a live rescue on A&E and the life and death of everyday heroics and first responders. And then following that, Friday the 13th, man. Should we even have a show on Friday the 13th? That's kind of spooky. I mean, that's kind of a
I didn't even know we had one of those coming up. See, I'm not.
Yeah, neither did I, man.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. So 13 November is going to be Dean McMurray, Army veteran and spiritual. Oh, we're doing some spirit medium stuff. Joining Kazupuki on Friday Night Freedom to talk about his abilities as a medium and how he's able to apply his gift to help veterans. I was kind of like, I wasn't like really stressing out or really upset about, but there was a lot of projects that needed to get finished, and I was kind of getting at it. And I friggin' Mom sends me that, fuck that the ever heard the fuck that meditation stuff? Did you ever hear that? Fuck the fuck that meditation.
Oh, yeah.
Lesson. I think that's hilarious. It's not really call it a lesson. It's what do they call that? It's the motivational speech, hypnotism. And that kind of like broke the ice because I was working on a bunch of stuff, and I was like, God, I need to get this work out now. We get into this, and it's an honest meditation, and it's like it's meditating, and I'll go ahead and play it. This will be our.
Sit or lie comfortably, quietly. Allow yourself to be here, fully, in this moment. With your eyes closed, begin to connect with your inner world of thought and feeling. Gradually, let the horseshit of the external world fade from your awareness. If you find your mind wandering to other thoughts, don't let it concern you. Just acknowledge that all that shit is fucking bullshit. You're here now, in this place, with your inner stillness. Those bitches can't get under your skin. They can't even. Take in a deep breath. Now breathe out. Just feel the fucking nonsense float away. Take full, deep breaths. Breathe in strength. Breathe out bullshit. Allow your breathing to discover its own natural, unhurried pace. If your thoughts drift to the three-ring shit show of your life, bring your attention back to your breathing. And with each breath, feel your body saying, fuck that. With passive acceptance, just allow distracting thoughts to float by. Fuck that. With each breath you take, your thoughts become lighter, and all the soul-eating cocksuckers just fall away into nothing.
Exactly, fall away.
Take a moment to appreciate the silence. Those assholes can't piss all over a purity like this. You are weightless, timeless, without beginning or end. Completely relaxed and free of thought. And as you slowly open your eyes, greet the world and everything in it with a new, beautiful breath of fuck that.
Fuck that. Oh my God, that is fucking classic. I love it. Wait. What was that? You only ask a question if you want to answer. What was that? Why you only get shitty memes? Kevin, what's up, man? It's because we didn't answer the question about the legality of what the 6-month temporary employment restrictions for the post-federal government service restriction counseling. Is that what you're talking about? Because that's And we have gone through this, and you should have completed that on your DD2 form. 2648 pre-separation counseling. There's restrictions that are provided by each of the services, anyways, and depending on what kind of job you want to do, some of them don't even have it. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, dude. If we didn't answer the question that you wanted in your specifics, then just saying. That's why we get Sheen. That sounds, you're like a very happy customer right now, just because we didn't answer that one specific question to you. Stankus, call back. I saw you calling. We're about ready to kill the show. We're about ready to finish up. I'm ready to, I was wondering when we were gonna get stanked. We haven't gotten stanked in a long time. You there, Stankus? I see you. Keep calling back, dude. All right, I'm gonna tell you what. If you don't call back, then we're just gonna kill it off. But anyways. You gonna call back, Stangus? Okay, I see, dude. I see you trying to call. I saw your missing thing. I don't know. Either your phone's got a bad connection or something like that. Oh, there you go. Okay, hang on. Bam. Stankus, my man. What's up, Stanky?
Yeah. So I was having some Nevada type technical difficulties. So my bad. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, man. I was like wondering, dude, you okay? Because usually you just come in on the first blip, and then you're there. But so what's up?
Yeah, I know. My total bad, man. So look, number one, I was just I did join late, so my apologies. I may not necessarily be caught up, so this would be a great opportunity as we're getting into the late hour to summarize for the rest of the audience who, like me, kind of retarded and showed up a little bit late. I did my best, but, I had other stuff to attend to, like Fortnite or something. But in any case, I do, however, see that I certainly appreciate the hashtag about the Sarkis Class Cache. So massive props on that here.
Yeah, we're
But anyway,
the veteran community is fighting for it, man. We're gonna be on top of it. I mean, we've been involved, not openly, but I mean, we posted some stuff, and then of course Nick Guy came on for a special presentation on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And so he's come on, or he has had his special guest host airing on a few Saturdays ago. So yeah, it's an effort that everyone's fully invested in.
Totally. Yeah, same here for years now at this point. So we're just going to keep pushing it through. And, just amazing, just an amazing story. I know everyone here who's listening definitely knows the story. The more we can get it out there, the better. I mean, just massively amazing. A hero, genuine hero. But nonetheless, so just following up with you guys and just saying hi. The last couple of times I've tuned in, you've had some pretty high level dignitaries on the call, so I don't want to come up and besmirch it, with my typical antics. So anyway, aside from that, how's everything else going, guys?
Good,
you guys
man.
Keeping it down.
Trying to, man. We did. Did you hear our election show or no? You didn't hear that, or were you out voting or
which part of?
We had to be in two parts, but it was a 7-hour show that was uploaded and podcasted, man. So I was just wondering, did you get a chance to listen to any of it? I mean, we were pretty. I'm not saying we were drunk. I'm not saying it was the aliens, but it was the aliens, man. We were pretty inebriated. Like I said,
Are you saying I was drunk? I'm not on trial here, Ice. Okay, I mean, I might be, but I mean, oh no, you were. Okay, no,
I was partaking of adult beverages, and I had to stop at a certain amount of time because the sun was coming up.
Oh wow, yes, no, I do recall seeing the blurb on that, and I actually was forewarned that I missed it. Because I definitely would have hung with you guys, drink for drink. But that's just typical in my life here these days. New gig, new role in the civilian world, and whatnot. But definitely appreciate all the work you guys are doing, man. You guys just keeping it sorted out. It's amazing, to be honest with you. The level of effort that you guys have put in over the years, and I just wanted to give a big shout out. I know everyone here appreciates you guys, but aside from just what some may consider a silly radio show, combined with a silly website, Facebooker, entity, you guys make some real significant changes and some significant impacts on what's going on here for the world of us who are not only just vets like me and you, Cold War vets and global war on terror vets, good show for you guys. Again, apologies for joining them a bit late. I did want to hop in because usually at this point in time, you guys have been punched out for the last 40 minutes. So I was actually shocked to see you still on the radio. So
now we usually after we have a guest, man, because we do a 2-hour show and we have a guest, but after a little bit longer show for a guest. But when we don't have a guest, we just do a 2-hour show and we're done. So then after the guest leaves, we'll just have a we'll have the freaking what do we call it? The little close up, clean up, housekeeping, and then that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And I know you guys don't have all night to stay on the comms there, so it's totally cool. But anyway, otherwise though, you guys are doing the Lord's work. Keep it up. And outside of that, has Nevada turned in their vote counts yet?
We've been as a matter of fact, they're no longer going to be tracked. Usually you could go to Google and you could see it. They had this little election finder. They don't even have it up on there. You actually have to search for it on Google now. You have to Google the election. Usually they have the election link already ready and set up, but it's still 264 to 214.
That's a good point.
Yeah. It was.
I know we're still in a holding pattern. Not to be political or anything, but it seems that the nation, when it comes to the federal election, has reached banana republic status. So, this is the new normal now, I think, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? But nonetheless, what every good American should be doing regardless of any time or cycle, continue to invest in those precious metals. Am I right, sir?
And ammunition, of course.
That's right, brass and lead, baby.
Brass, yeah. You don't want. And just in case anybody ever finds, in case I ever recover my freedom devices from the tragic lake accident that caused them to hit the bottom. You know what I mean?
That terrible boating accident.
The terrible boating accident. Yeah, exactly. It's just.
All my damn firearms! I can't believe it.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to we're going to make sure that that of course those precious metals as well. Some of them may be a little toxic, but oh well. They cost you $295. But
well, yes, they are very toxic at 895 FPS. 895 FPS. They're extremely toxic.
Extremely, very toxic. I mean, sometimes you got to be careful. It's too much peppering in your body to handle. Sometimes, if you can't, and when someone says that, when someone says Americans can't handle the metric system, that's why we know what 5.56 and 7.62 is. That's the whole.
Oh yeah, we can actually do this.
Yeah, we know that.
Exactly right. We can actually we can variate between the metrics versus the old standard.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that shit. Yeah. Anybody who says that, they're full of shit. Oh, you guys don't know how to do that. No, whatever. We got this.
No, we definitely can with ammo. Calibers.
Exactly.
Caliber versus millimeters. Yes. We got this.
Right.
But anyway, but it's all good, man. Hey, man. You know what? All the last several times we've discussed, I have failed to ask. The last time we talked about it, Baby Ice was liberating himself from his crib, which was several years ago, and now I have to suspect that the little individual was climbing up in the bed, wedging himself properly between Mom and Pop in the middle of the night. How's Baby Ice doing?
Well, he actually, we actually have had we had a scare. We had a health scare. Him and myself. He was exposed to the Rona. We had we had to quarantine the house, and so he and I were suspected of, and so we had a quarantine. So we when somebody was like, what the Rona this? And this individual was tested positive, and several children's were exposed, and they were tested positive. You know, but we didn't. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if we had symptoms or not. I don't want to get into the science of asymptomatic or not symptomatic, or we're just, you know, we just have tiger blood and Adonis DNA to handle the Rona. but we were we didn't have any symptoms. We quarantined when we were supposed to. I mean, it did come up a little bit. I mean, it was funny working through the VA, and I asked, you know, they're like, hey, you know, it was funny. In dealing with the VA, they were like, yeah, whatever, you know, just, I mean, unless your temperature goes so high, then don't worry about it. And then it was TRICARE, because, you know, I have TRICARE for life, and I got TRICARE too. I called, you know, the local military hospital. I'm like, hey, yeah, I got the Rona. They're like, oh, well, you could come in here. You could come in and wait to get tested amongst our quarantine area where there's individuals where they could be infected too.
Definitely have it.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just stay at the house and I'll be all right. And then I asked the same thing about my son. Well, he wasn't exhibiting it. If anything else, I think he gave him more. I think he got him more hyper. This kid, I was just telling. This kid was freaking. Who was I telling today? This kid is eating. Dude, he had for dinner tonight. You know, he's like, "What do you want?" I go, "What do you want to eat?" And he's like, "I want a sandwich." I'm like, "Okay." So I made up a sandwich. And I did the normal kid dad thing, you know. Here, okay, good. He doesn't want to cook and all that. So I made him a sandwich. He ate the sandwich, and then he said he was still hungry. I'm like, okay, still hungry, cool. Gave him some goldfish.
Gotta feed the virus.
Yeah, gotta feed. Yeah, and then I gave him some I gave him some chicken nuggets. I gave him some cross-cut fries. And then I made some, you know, I got some dried mango. He ate all my dried mango. He started eating all my food. I was like making some tacos. Yeah.
They love your dried.
Yeah, I was making some tacos of carne asada. I was making some Mexican chow, and ate all my chips, ate all my my tortillas, you know, nibbled on some of the cilantro. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
And he drinks water now like crazy. So I don't know if it's a side effect. I don't know if it's whatever, but I know when I say that my kid's been exposed to the Rona, and of course all the Karens come out and come out of the fucking woodwork to tell me how I should not have raised my son. Yeah, exactly. Matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and me and him. I'm gonna go get him a pack of Marble 27s to see if he can handle that too. Because people, I'm telling you, I had armchair quarterback and fucking moms telling me how to. Whatever, and you know, it's just me and him hanging out and shooting the shit, and you know, doing our thing, and I got all these parents telling me what I should do, then maybe you should do that, and I'm thinking, yeah, okay, well, I mean, what do you want me to do? What the hell? But
the best.
No, I'm serious. It's just,
man.
yeah.
You know,
so when someone says, you know, we're talking about,
you just got to feed the virus.
Right. Everyone's talking about, yeah, I gave him chicken noodle soup, and he didn't have a high temperature. He didn't, you know, he wasn't, you know, everyone's like, oh my god, if they have a, and then you go on WebMD and you know, if you have you have Rona or you have cancer,
Hey, you go, if you try to self-diagnose through WebMD,
yeah, you just get told
you're gonna definitely get the Ebola virus.
You know, I even talked to somebody.
Got the Ebola, check yourself into the mortuary.
Yeah, I talked to somebody who had medical experience and medical training, and you know, she told me, you know, you're good. You know, everything's all right. All right. And I was asking her quiet. She was asking. We were going back and forth. Hey, what about this? What about that? And she was helpful. Shit, she was just saying, okay, well then it looks like there's nothing wrong, and blah blah blah. As long as you maintain this, blah blah blah. And that's all I did. Everyone started talking about, well, you should have done this, and you should have done that, and maybe you should have done this. And I'm like, how about, dude? You're making this, you know. Don't again. This is what we're talking about, the whole political issue right now of everybody fucking talking shit about how you should have a mask or how you shouldn't have a mask and all that. I'm like, God, man. You know, we were doing just fine until that person came in contact with the kid. You know what I mean? And then other kids. Everything's good to go. Everyone's fine. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's fine. I know. See, so you know, since Facebook is killing a bunch of election crap, so can we talk about the Rona now without Facebook? Will we confuse Facebook if we start talking about Rona? Because now that they're all focused on...
yes, you may talk about Facebook. Just make sure you don't mind the fact checkers horning in on your conversation.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because I was just saying. But the thing is that my biggest thing is that nothing happened to us. And when I tell people that, they're like, well, then you don't. then you don't. Then there's something must have been wrong. Fucking, what do you mean? Somebody was diagnosed positive.
Right, yeah,
maybe you didn't do it right. It's like it's like no.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? It's like they're almost so sad that you didn't fucking like get on a ventilator.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And
I have had some previous medical conditions that, according to the scaremongers, should have put me under. You know,
put you in the hot spot.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you have this, you have that, you have this. And I'm thinking, fuck, I remember all of us being sick back in the day. I mean, you know, beginning of the year and stuff. I mean, I swear, it was just kind of, I don't know. It's almost like saying, it's almost like how you talk about when you take a probiotic for a minute, because everyone's got that good bacteria in their bodies. We all have our bacteria that we have. We have good bacteria and bad bacteria. You know, and that's you know, the increase of bacteria for poor personal hygiene. It even says on my fucking Clorox cleaning wipes that I have, because I'm not a germaphobe, but I mean I believe in keeping shit clean. It said, you know, even kills coronavirus.
You wipe with those, does it like itch down there?
No, I don't. No, that's wrong wipes. But my point.
Wait, yeah, those are Clorox.
Yeah. Well, the Clorox, I don't know, man. This is, you know, I don't know, stationed at Fort Bragg for a while. But my point being is that even in common cleaning items before Rona became a big deal, they said it killed Rona. So it's almost like I almost feel like it's the common disease or common bacteria that everybody had. I just think they decided to use that as the catalyst for whatever, and it's something's trying. I don't know. I'm not getting into this conspiracy theory shit, but nobody.
What you mentioned is absolute. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, but nobody. No, but nobody fucking. My point is that nobody fucking. Nobody. I was told I had. You know, me and my son were exposed. I mean, it was logged, and everybody knows about it, and everybody, you know, yeah, okay, you know, try care, everybody, we got it. But then it was almost like like you said, they wanted me to be on a ventilator. Like they wanted more. Like they wanted me to be exposed.
Yeah.
I mean, they wanted me to catch it. They want me to have this. And then I was like, well, let me go get tested. No, don't come in here. Fucking, you know, because
I know. Yeah,
I'll be more than happy to. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to have the kids, sneeze on you or something if you want, to prove it or some shit. But again, I don't know if we didn't have it or not. I don't fucking care. I mean, at this point, it happened and it passed, and we were good to go. But I just can't I don't know. That whole thing right there, man. So anyways, that was a scare that he and I had. But other than that, man, like the kid's growing like a freaking weed. You know, he's, that's awesome. Yeah, he now runs. He does PT with me, so he runs. Now granted, he's not running fast, but he runs. He keep up 2.5 miles and stuff, and you know, of course, I got, you know, I have friends and family saying, "Be careful." I look, if your kid wants to run and he's running with you and he wants to let out all that energy, what better time to take him than take him on a PT track and let him run. I'm gonna make sure he's wearing his athletic gear when he goes to the commissary in PX when we go. I want to make sure he's wearing.
He's wearing what?
I'll make sure he's wearing PTs when he does it.
Oh yeah. Well, you got a belt? You got a little glow belt?
No, he's not gonna wear no PT belt.
Right?
No, he's not
Just
gonna wear no
belt.
No, screw all that. Anyways, well, hey man, I gotta close.
Totally with you. Yeah, I've got you know, a little stank, man. You know, I told him about 3 months ago the front leaning rest. He thought it was fun. You know, the first like week. You know, and then once I knew he took it, you know, and I'd be like, hold it, just hold it, count it out.
Yeah.
I need 20. He's like counting to 20. You know, of course, he's at that point in time, you know, where the little kids are. You know, he's 5 years old, you know, so, you know, working them numbers and counting, you know. I'm like, hold it. Don't, you can go ahead and bust your butt up, but don't let your belly hit the ground.
Right.
Hold it, you know. So I've got him in that front lean to rest. We're working that. And,
yeah, kids are
so
fun, man.
It's all good. Oh, yeah, he loves it. He actually asked me to put him in the front lane of rest now.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Right.
I'm like, okay, hit it. You know?
Yeah. Hey, real quick. Hey, Kevin. No, you're asking a legit question that we have the answers to, but you're asking for a long question that we had covered before that can't be covered in the specific amount of time in which you want it. That push actually since last year. In 2019 is when they were talking about the changing the law that required that 180 day period after the military before starting a civilian job with the DoD. Now, a lot of it I think had to do with I don't know, are you an officer or you're an enlisted? but I don't know what the status is of that law. That, you know, again, it was introduced by Mike Lee, Mitt Romney, Johnny Isaacson, and David Perdue, and they were the ones that did that. They were the ones that pushed that law. So you might want to look it up real quick. I like I said, shit, we just had Amy on here, and she's a congressional, you know, staffer, and she knows the wickets of how all that runs. And I probably could have given her a pre-brief on something like that. But hit me up in the question in the chats, or hit me up in the inbox at WTF Nation Radio, not the main page that you're on, but WTF Nation Radio, and we'll get back with you, man, and we'll be able to help you out. Because it's just not, again, something like this would have been a little bit more with more notice. And I think I'm telling you, I think we did cover this. I think we covered this already. I think we covered it back, and I'm trying to remember which show it was. Who we had on there. I think we had, that company no longer exists. We had Scout Comms on here. And that was Fred Wellman. He was the CEO of Scout Comms, and he came on here to talk about what he did to help veterans and job placement and stuff like that. So again, and small businesses as well. They're no longer, that company is no longer, it no longer exists. But I mean, we just hit us up in the inbox at WTF Nation Radio, and we'll do some research for you, because we got a staff that does that stuff. And we will be able to, you know, to hit us up. U.S. Army WTF Moments, the platform that you're listening to right now, that you're asking the questions. Those are the ones that, of course, have all the resources to do whatever. But we'll be able to get more finite information to you, because we actually have had guests that are looking for exactly what that have exactly what you're looking for, if that makes any sense. No, you're not trying to kill a buzz at all, dude. No way, not trying to kill a buzz. And as a matter of fact, you saying. You're saying that this is not the correct platform. You're part of the group. Hey, man, don't feel like you're not. And of course, in the group of veterans, we're always going to break balls and shit like that. I got a phone call right. I got Stankus right now breaking my balls right now on the line. So it's not a big deal. But anyways, hey, so is Baby Stank? He's doing. I mean, shit, they're both the same age, just about. So.
Yeah. Baby Stank is now 5.
Yeah. So same as mine.
And,
Yeah.
I got a letter handed to me when I picked him up at school the other day that he was chastised and quarantined. Oh wait, not quarantined, punished, put in the corner, whatever. You know, for stepping on another kid's head. I'm like, really? You stepped on his head? And he's like, well, we were both playing, and so they were like wrestling. And I don't even watch fucking wrestling. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
I'm not a wrestling guy. Okay, but they're fucking practicing fucking, you know, stepping
right.
on his head and suplexes and shit. You know, I mean, this is little boys running together, being badasses.
Boy, you know, it's another thing. It's another thing too, man. Is that the my Baby Heist dude? He does. If I were to do what my toddler does, what my little guy does, at my age, I'd be busting some bones. This kid runs, jumps, falls, you know, jumps off of freaking the back ends of chairs, tries to run through screen doors and shit. Yeah,
they're doing it to each other.
Yeah, and they're doing it to each other. Yeah,
he's got other's ass all day
yeah,
long.
he's got he plays soccer. He plays soccer. Well, not really playing soccer, but he's kicks the soccer ball back and forth with a neighbor kid, and those two. Those two are brutal with each other, but they're laughing and giggling and having a good time. Like, God, man.
Yeah, they're having a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
They're whooping each other's ass, and then when they get pissed off at each other, they
right.
continue to whoop each other's ass, and when you call them out on it, they're like, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, we're right. Exactly.
And it's like, there's a lesson there, I think.
Exactly. All right, Stank. Wait, we got to get going, man, because you stanked us more than we usually stank us.
I'm going to let you guys go because I know it's getting up on that time for you guys. But nonetheless, just wanted to thank you and Spanky. Is she on the call?
She's been telling me, yo, B, you need to wrap this up.
Okay,
I'm here.
Well, then tell her to speak up. There she is. Yeah. Hi, Spanky.
Hi, Stank.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you guys. You guys are doing the Lord's work. Keep it up, and I'll try to be a little bit more frequent than rocking and rolling in this new role that I have in my current civilian gig.
Okay,
which,
man.
by the way, I've already been complained about. We're not soldiers. I say, no fucking shit. Anyway.
All right, man.
I'm not joking. we're not soldiers. Yeah, I know, I get it. You know, even the fucking Speedy Force, would at least do a better job. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, you have a good night, and as always, to both of you, keep the rubber side down, and we'll catch you later. Ciao.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
All right, man. Take it easy, man. I'm good. We got stanked. Oh, man. The main page, Billy P. You better wrap it up. Oh, man. All right. Again, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Definitely appreciate you guys' support during the election show. And we'll keep you posted on what's going on with the bill to pass for Alwyn Cashe. Just pay attention to our social media. And yes, that was me in the beginning of the show talking about the Dragon Innovation Program. I am sitting on the panel. I can't wait. And man, I'm excited. So I'll play that video again if you guys didn't see it. And I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday. Back to the normal grind. So again, 264. Biden and 214 for D. Treasy. So y'all have a good night. See you. Shouts.
And Blink 182.
Oops.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now they say that they've discovered life up there on Mars, so let's blow it all to hell and then claim it for ours. We'll paint the moon red, white, and blue for no other reason than we wanted to. Oh, Jupiter, imagine what you could become. A stupid, pointless planet turned into a giant gun. And Russia, so sorry, have to burst your bubble. Be a good sport now, sit back, relax, and watch us through the hubble as we celebrate the greatness of the United Planet of America. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now we'll go to infinity and beyond, beyond. You'll hear our manly voices singing Space Force strong. The critics say sound sound doesn't travel in space. To which we reply, sound will do as we say. Oh, Captain Kirk, your achievements, though notable and fine, as far as we're concerned, this is Deep Space Mine. And big fans, but Lord Vader, step away from the lightsaber. There can only be one, of course. Space Force. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, dum, 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 ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, dum, 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 dum. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Space
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Hey, well, real quick, on 5 October, U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio had a guest from 18th Airborne Corps, Colonel Joe Bacino, and he came on to talk about the Corps Dragon Innovation Program, and its initiative open to all soldiers, DA civilians, and family members across the Corps that seeks to kind of uncover and implement new ideas across every aspect of life and service within the Corps. We've already had episode 1, and a soldier went up, pitched his idea, and his idea has been accepted. And now for episode 2, I have been asked to sit as a member of a panel along with 18th Airborne Corps leadership and with Pete Singer, the co-author of the book Burning. I'm pretty excited to be amongst these professionals, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. Make sure you pay attention. Make sure you pay attention to all social media on 18th Airborne Corps' Facebook and Twitter. Nah. No way. Dragons aren't real.